All right, folks, here we are, game number 3. Thank you for bearing with us. And Dave, this is a big one here. We got Lithuanians on the front, a range and a stable for Sebastian, and Tato already moving out here with scouts with the
Also,
Khmer.
the first time we've seen Hollow Woodlands so far today. Even though we haven't been streaming on this channel today so far, we have been watching all of the games. Welcome in, everyone, once again. Apologies for the delays before. Can't wait to see what we're going to get up to tomorrow. We have a big presentation for you. And speaking of big presentations, well, Sebastian's already forward with a lot of military here, although it is only skirmisher and spearman, while Tato runs around the back with the scouts. Tristan, what do you think about Khmer versus Lithuanians on Hollow Woodland?
Well, I think the Lithuanians have to make it really messy, which is what Sebastian's trying to do. With the close distances, you can use the fast spears and skirms to kind of smother your opponent. But what's nice about Khmer is you can just hop in and out of the houses to get away from trouble. So I think so far this has been the most awkward moment of the game in this matchup for the Khmer. And Tato's done a pretty good job. He's kept his army alive, and he hasn't lost many villagers at home.
Yeah, but those scouts are still roaming around at the back of Sebastian's base. And one of the weaknesses on this map is if you want to go out for those food sources, the free, quote-unquote, free food sources on the outside, you're going to get punished for it if someone's going to play mobility. He's still trying to keep up the pressure there, but now he's still taking the deer, and here come all the scouts from Tato. Excellent opening to game number 3.
And Sebastian just wasn't expecting this, and this is also part of the problem when you peel so much of your army away and try and send it forward, and you need such large numbers there. Just 5 or 6 scouts can end your day, and all the villagers go down. The food in their hands as well, and Tato, 3 quick villager kills here.
Yeah, even those speedy spearmen from the Lithuanians can't quite catch up, but he's still got an army forward, Sebastian, and we know he's got the micro to utilize that, so he's going to try and maybe annoy some villagers, pick them off, as he starts to build up scouts of his own to try and counteract that army from Tato. However, Tato just has such an advantage early on those scout numbers, and it feels like Sebastian's going to be struggling to catch up.
I mean, small detail here, but those trees, there's not a lot of wood left on them there, so if Tato pays attention, if he sticks around, he might be through. And Tato just completes a forging upgrade. He's going to have archers mixed in as well. I'm just seeing Sebastian reacting a lot right now. And I think one of the best things that Tato does is force the opponent to react. And again, Dave, we are really close. Sebastian is going to chop through this tree here. We got 4 wood on that tree. There are 2 spearmen here, but Sebastian needs an answer.
Yeah, and the tree is finally chopped, although you can't quite see it with these trees, which can be annoying, right? You still see a massive wall of wood, but there's actually nothing there. It's all an illusion as the scouts now fall back for Tato. Still the tower on the wood line there, the spearmen and the archers protecting the gold, and Sebastian is just trying to defend himself. They both kind of forced each other into an extended feudal play, and I wonder which one is going to make that next step and try and get up to the castle age.
Interesting to note, no eco upgrades at all for Tato. It has actually played a difference, I think, with the resources collected, but Tato's just got, I think, the better army. Normally it's a better army, but the speediness of the skirms and spears can really make a difference in these fights, so this is going to be a big micro moment here.
Yeah, army numbers slightly in favor of Tato, but when we're looking at res collection, it's actually in favor of Sebastian here, and I think it's because he went out and took that food on the outside. Even though he did pay a heavy price for it, he's got a little bit of an advantage at the moment.
Lots of patience from Tato. See, what this does is this pulls the enemy army away from your base, so obviously you want to get some kills here, but with a player as good as Sebastian on the other side, sometimes the best case scenario is you take the pressure off yourself. But with the Khmer behind this, with the way their farmers operate, Dave, that food count is going to be flying up here for Tato. He doesn't have as many on food, but a lot of the food advantage for Sebastian is still out here. So Sebastian needs to win this fight.
Yeah, he's really putting himself in a position where he's forced to fight. Like you said, the armor kicks in, and that's what he was waiting for. He's waiting for that scout armor to come in. Skirms clear the spears, and the scouts are clearing almost everything, and the archers are going to be done. He's done it. He's protected the berries and the deer there, and he can continue taking those food sources for the foreseeable future.
Now, nothing died, but we do have another army coming in on the front from Tato. That was an amazing clear from Sebastian. But yet again, Sebastian needs to react here. And this is going to be the never-ending story unless Sebastian can get some type of counterattack in. So I feel he's going to try it here. If he can get another clear up, maybe, or if you can just use skirms to defend from the archers and the spears, you just send all the scouts to Tato's base, and he might not expect it.
I mean, he's got enough production now, right? He's got the double stable production. He's got the armor and forging. Doesn't have bloodlines yet, but feels like maybe you could defend with reinforcements and then send those forward like you said, and there's just so much damage to be had. But a bunch of those are weak, so maybe he was nervous about doing that. He's going to take the fight now. He will probably win it, but at what cost?
Yeah, I don't like that fight at all for Sebastian. I think Tato's going to love that engagement. Sebastian thought with the upgrades that was going to be enough for him, but he trades away most of his scouts. And Tato's still going to be lingering around here and kind of doing a little loop-de-loop there. The pathing's got him kind of trapped in here, but again, a good opportunity for Tato. It felt like those spears and the archers were ultimately going to die, and they got really valuable before they did.
Still in a stage where neither player feels comfortable clicking up to Castle Age, or even attempting it, right? Like, Tato doesn't feel like he has enough forward army to really buy himself that time. Sebastian doesn't feel like he can survive long enough to do that. But Sebastian's scouts are still coming out at a decent clip, and he's got the armor now for the spearmen. So forging armor for those spearmen should be really good against Tato scouts. Bloodlines is in for his. He's got a powerful army.
When do we see double infantry armor for spearmen in a game, right?
Yeah.
Like, dude,
yeah.
After
Hollow Woodlands.
Folks, it's been a bit of a day for
it
us,
has
right?
been a day.
And we are here, and we are seeing all the upgrades, right? Every single feudal age upgrade is in for military, and with everything on the line in a best of 3, they are sending it right now. This
That's
is
the third
sick.
stable. That's the third stable for Sebastian. He's got 20 on food. I think he's sending even more villagers out to the food on the outside. And Tato is kind of using the fact he has more range units to his advantage with this wood setup right here. He's forcing Sebastian to try and take fights in the choke point, and then Sebastian retreats, and Tato collapses all over him.
Yeah, now, there weren't many spearmen for either player in this fight, but Tato does have the archers, so normally the archers are going to make a bit of a difference, but these are bloodline
Production buildings
scouts.
are so close for Sebastian, though.
And to your point, yeah, he's so close by, and Sebastian's going to get another clear up. It's like right when we think Tato has the initiative, Sebastian holds.
Every fight here is like, well, there's another 2 minutes in feudal age we're going to be sitting. Like, every single clear up, every single reset means that the players can't comfortably click up to the next stage without adding army first. And then you'll get another battle, and then it'll just rinse and repeat.
It's a risky game, but, you know, for the first time in a while, Sebastian's actually going to head over to Tato's base. I don't even think Tato's 100% certain of it. He knew it was coming, but he wasn't sure he was committed to staying here. So Tato will go forward now, but what's he going to do at home? He's going to hop inside the houses, and there he goes, Dave. So this is the risk for Sebastian.
He's going to stay inside those houses, bro. There's nothing there. He's quarantined. He's inside.
Oh,
nice
and the quick walls!
Sebastian, there we go in the gate, and the house comes down, and the scouts are now
God.
trapped, but the archers are behind, so the spearmen are dead, and now he's quick-walled himself into his own wood line, so he needs to leave.
Villagers need to go home again. They need to be inside those houses. There's a lot going on, and Tato using that bonus again. Honestly, Sebastian could just stay there and attack the house. The units are eventually going to have to run, and I love how what this game has turned into. We obviously have the top-tier army positioning for Sebastian. He could find 4 or 5 build picks if those houses are taken down. But then we have Tato, who was able to get the counter in at the same time.
And Tato's been like a dog with a bone this entire game. He just refuses to stop sending army forward, and it's kept Sebastian so busy. But like you said, this is the first real army from Sebastian that is providing pressure, and now you see Tato needing to split his forces. However, you look at his res, he's thinking Castle Age potentially.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of archers right now, Dave. A lot of archers that if he keeps alive would absolutely mop up Sebastian. Sebastian needs to take every single group that he can. He's full feudal, full scout production here. Remember, this is not single elim, so the loser in this series will play again and will play again tomorrow. But if you win here, you go into the winner's match later on tonight and maybe have a bit of a bye into the semis. So both players good enough to do that, Dave. Sebastian still trying to find some fights. But honestly, the relic kind of helps Tato a little bit. The little wood line.
He's using his
range
range units very well.
Oh, and look at him wedge the
So
archers into that one little gap, and you can't take that fight now.
And now Sebastian's like, well, I can't take it. Should I tower and then wall that? Like, he's going to sit there with the scouts like, come out and play. Come out and play. Otherwise, my tower is going to kill everything. But the tower isn't quite in range, so Tato will comfortably hug the edge of the map. Meanwhile, the whole village... The entire village people are all inside the houses over there as Sebastian goes for the wall off and the tower. When's the last time you saw a play like this?
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, some of the Tato's
And the
archers,
gate's gonna die?
Some of Tato's archers weren't actually firing there, as we see more garrisons inside the houses. Still, garrisons inside the houses in the north. And Dave, with the amount of idle time Tato has had, the fact he's going to lose these archers right now, I think this could be looking pretty good for Sebastian. The castle age time is similar. He's got 15 scouts.
Yeah, and losing the archers is a huge hit. However, you look up at the top, he's got a lot more archers. And he's got 9 spearmen already with the armor, already with forging. He can upgrade to pikemen. Then you go crossbow, pikemen, maybe a siege push behind that with some knights mixed in potentially as Khmer. That's very, very powerful.
Yeah, I think Tato knows better than me. Just don't come back here.
Yeah.
Just don't go. Do not go back there again. It's clearly not a safe area. Maybe just stick to farms in the middle. Oh man, look at this.
That's
look
such
at this
a big
army.
army.
That's crazy.
That's huge.
This is like, again, you rarely see this many spearmen at a pro level in feudal age. Tato's gonna have 13, and he's gonna need the spearmen with every archer, Dave, because on the other side, 20 light cav, and this could be knights in the mix, siege in the mix here in Castle Age.
I mean, Khmer Scorpions, maybe some Mangonels mixed in there. You get the knights raiding at the back. Like, this is a headache waiting to happen for Sebastian. Right now, using the mobility well, and remember, those are fully upgraded feudal scouts, so Tato has to be careful about fighting those with just villagers, as Sebastian is taking not 1, but 2 villagers there from Tato, and he comes in again!
And there might not be enough houses to save these villagers. You have to hop into the house, and then out of the house on the other side to save the rest of the vills. Meanwhile, Tato's army is prowling around looking for kills. He will probably find kills, but the mobility of the scouts paying off for Sebastian. He takes a 5 villager lead right now.
Yep. Wow. Fantastic play there from Sebastian as we see the crossbows now and the pikemen from Tato making their way to the back of Sebastian's base. Sebastian's got a couple towers set up there, and they need to stop. However, they did get some damage, and now Sebastian needs to save army to deal with that.
This is so funny. Like, neither player really has a great answer to this army currently. There will be the occasional Scorpion from Sebastian, but he can't justify skirmishers because of how crazy this game is right now. So he'll use siege. Tato's using pikes and crossbows to chase. That is much slower, though. So honestly, I think I prefer Sebastian's position. I think he's in a better spot to deal with the army in his base right now, and he can use the speed of the light cap, as we see it yet again, and find villager picks still.
Yeah, that one area, man. That one area. It's just been a pain for Tato. He's been trying to keep the villagers out there gathering resources, and then at some point you just can't bring them back because there's always army hanging around. Sebastian now going for the first Scorpions, 19 light cav, not enough to take out these crossbows. He's going to need a different solution to deal with that army.
Yeah, this has just been an incredible game. I mean, obviously, we just hopped into Cast Game 3, but this has been the best series of the day. This has been a treat, this game right here, and it's a best of 3, remember, so much on the line here. Now, Sebastian able to find an engagement in the north with those light cav who had 20 kills this game, and he's even going to take that fight, which I like because there's not enough pikemen. Still, though, needs an answer against the crossbows and the pikes, and what I love about Tato, obviously we haven't seen him kill a lot the last few seconds. He has kept that group consistently moving around. It is a slower army, but he's always finding the spots.
Yeah, I mean, he has made his way all the way around the base, right? Now he's sitting on the farms, taking out the Scorpion, although it gets saved by Sebastian. That's a great repair from him. And Tato keeps that army alive for the time being. Sebastian's army, just like Kev, can be dealt with a few pikemen if you find him in good situations.
Dude, these, like Kev, they are the employees of the month.
Oh, 21 kills?
They deserve a plaque on the wall, maybe for the next few months. This is crazy. These guys continue to get so much value. And think about it this way. If Sebastian made a mistake there, all the army that's currently chasing him is at his base. So the offense has truly been his defense here, as the Scorpions are getting some big hits for Sebastian. He has 3 of them, and slowly you're starting to see the issue with Tato's composition. The pikemen and the crossbowmen are losing kind of some momentum here, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, the mobility is not paying off for him anymore, right? It really was for a minute there, but Sebastian just can't deal with this big ball. And now he goes for double house wall. He doesn't have anything queued up in the siege workshop, and he's so far away from his towers and his TCs, losing more villagers, but finding more villagers from Tato, who can conveniently, once again, hide in the houses.
2 TCs for Sebastian. He's had the villager lead as well, right? So those TCs are producing villagers. He's had consistent farming eco. He's going to have some knights. The pikemen are going to be out of the picture here. Tato will push back the Scorpions, but the Scorpions get saved. And Sebastian's position is looking better and better. He's continuing to raid, and Tato's falling apart.
Yeah, Tato looks so good, but now he looks good again on the gold. I mean, that huge, massive crossbow and pikeman was so dangerous earlier. Sebastian had the employees of the month still running around, still being employees of the month, maybe of the year now, as he's on the gold once again from Tato. But that second TC, that's been the difference maker so far in Castle Age. He's been able to keep up the villager production, whereas Tato only has the one.
And just look at the difference in field queue right now. That's crazy. 16 villagers queued out of 2 TCs, and he has 500 food. I mean, so Sebastian has a lot he can work with here. And for once in his life, he doesn't have an army directly on his eco. If he can get +2 armor, snag a relic or 2 here with Lithuanians, that could be his Castle Age win condition. You get the extra attack per relic collected. He has a little bit of time to think about that, maybe. And the Scorpions have already worked wonders for him. Look at that, top right. Tato just now getting his first equal upgrade.
Ooh, that's brutal. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I mean, I guess he had wheelbarrow before, but that is crazy that he didn't have double bit axe or horse collar either. Husbandry now on the way for Sebastian as he starts mixing in more and more knights. Doesn't have that +2 armor yet, but the pikemen are on the field, so ideally he's using the knights to maybe catch the crossbows off guard or snipe villagers, and then the Scorpions will put in the work against the main army.
Yep, and here come there are a couple more crossbows on screen just sitting on the stone. Tato's killed a lot of it in this game. He's killed 32. The difference is, can he replace it right now compared to what Sebastian's doing? Sebastian will repair the Scorpions. He'll keep these alive, which means Tato needs to back away. And again, there is a bit of a composition problem. You pick the Khmer for the fact that you're able to open strong with military numbers, and that is exactly what Tato has done. But I'm seeing a slightly more stable position for Sebastian, which brings me back to something I would have loved to say if we, were here at the very start of the series. This is his first LAN.
Yep.
Like, this is not like this is a seasoned veteran who's been to LANs, who has won Red Bull before, which is exactly what Tato did in the previous edition. Sebastian's looking insane here.
Yeah, and for the last couple days, he's looked incredibly comfortable. Nothing's changed so far in this set, as you said. And the Scorpions in defense with the Knights still back there. Probably enough to deal with that army, which means he can send his reinforcements forward and start doing that mobility raiding that he was doing to Tato earlier. Exhibit A, he's back on the woodline once again. Let me guess, he's going to go back to the berry section and deny a TC again. He certainly has some favorite spots that he likes hitting and have given Tato a massive headache throughout this game so far.
Look at the micro, Dave. Like, how is he able to hit and run perfectly with one of the most awkward units to use, the Scorpion? Now, I say perfectly. He immediately loses the Scorpions, so that's classic. But what we did see there was a couple volleys that I think most players aren't going to get off. He just needs to get to a point where the pikemen are out of the picture, and the knights get their upgrades. And he's still missing +2 armor, but he's got 14 knights on the field. There's only 5 pikemen for Tato. So this, again, is looking pretty good.
Right now I'm looking at the food, right? Sebastian has 25 on food. We have 13 on food for Tato. I know it's Khmer farms, but that's a big advantage for Sebastian, especially when he's trying to make more villagers, when he's going into knights. 68 villagers for Sebastian, 53, 54, maybe less pretty soon for Tato as he finally adds that second town center. But it doesn't feel like the crossbows are doing all that much at the back anymore.
Yeah, and Khmer are not necessarily known for their crossbowmen as well. This is, I think, a product of how feudal age played out. And I think Sebastian, as he just collected his first relic, so now he gets that, he's got +2 attack combined with his forging upgrade. I think he's just kind of waiting until he can armor up here. He's certainly not shying away from numbers. I think a lot of players would use the market a little bit, maybe sell some of that wood. But dude, I mean, he's on this gold, he's got this stone locked down. That monk is headed off for a relic that he will most definitely get. And we got, I think, like one more big chance here for Tato. He's got the army count, he needs a good engagement.
And it's not like he's on stone or something, right, where he can force that engagement. He's not coming forward with a castle or anything like that. Sebastian's feeling fairly secure, so he's going to have to find a way not only to win that engagement, but to also draw Sebastian into that fight, where he can lose all his valuable units. I think if Sebastian has his head about him right now, he's not really interested in that at all. Like, he's got a good eco, he's got 3 TCs, he's got a good thing going. He just needs to keep himself alive for a little bit longer.
Yeah, and I think the main thing right now is that +2 armor, really. I mean, everything else is absolutely perfect for Sebastian. The micro has been perfect, the placement of his TCs, the snagging of the relics.
Where's he going with those knights?
He can't help himself. He can't help himself.
TC at the front in defense, that'll be a good one. And he's back to the wood line again. Great quick wall there from Tato. It's hard with these trees that are spaced out, but he makes it happen multiple times, and the Knights are still trying to loop their way around, and as soon as he gets into the eco, well, there's going to be pikemen and crossbow waiting.
But again, still no +2 armor here, so I like the idea of using the mobility. That has worked well, but if he's taking engagements against pikes and crossbows, it will be a problem. Having said that, Tato now is like, what do I do? Like, how do I deal with this?
What percentage of Tato's economy is working from home right now?
Dude, a very high percentage. Tato's eco is like peak COVID right now. Their farmers are not going into work to drop off the food. They're just staying on the farm. Everyone's in their house. Oh, man. But, dude, I'm just so impressed with Sebastian's production behind this. It's not just the army. He's got 12 villagers in queue out of 4 TCs. He does actually snack the attack upgrade here instead of the armor, which is interesting.
I think he's just thinking about how to engage against the pikemen. He's not so concerned about the crossbows because he's not going to dive in there.
Yeah.
He's thinking about knights against pikemen, and I think the attack upgrade is a little bit better. But I would be concerned about the crossbows.
That is a very concerning thing.
Yeah.
You know, you're like tempted to get the attack, but if your unit doesn't get there to attack,
he did get the attack upgrade, so he went to the blacksmith. He should have seen that.
That's why I said it. Yeah, I think like it will depend. Some people will use the hotkeys for the upgrades. I don't know specifically if Sebastian does that, but my guess is he thinks he has armor right now. That is the most natural play, and he may then start to be like taking fights that maybe get a little bit questionable after a while.
Ooh, another good raid there. Another situation where having the armor would be quite nice under the TC.
Dude, I mean,
and then there
Tato,
it is.
There it is. Tato has 55 army. If you have the attack upgrades...
If you had a demo...
And you would bring that up. If you had a demo, if you had the attack upgrades with these relics,
yeah.
You know, normally you're going to win the fight every time, but I wasn't expecting Tato to have as much army as villagers on the map. This is a ridiculous ball right now.
Yeah, and he kind of identified that's what he needed to do at that one stage, right? He just needed a big ball of army and just hope for the best, but these raids keep coming, and Sebastian just keeps kind of backing away. He's like, come at me, come at me, come at me. I'm going to hit your eco. I'm going to add a 5th TC to the north, and I'm just going to keep producing more villagers than you can kill.
Yeah, and he's playing like a patient, like a seasoned veteran here, Dave. He really is. He's playing the economic play. He knows he's going to need the TCs everywhere. Look at these villagers abandon the farms, go to a TC. He's kind of avoided Tato's death ball, and Tato does not have enough army at home to stop these knights. They've got +5 attack in Castle Age because of the 3 relics and the attack upgrades, and they're fully armored now.
I mean, every time Tato pushes somewhere, there's another town center.
Yeah.
He's going to have 6 town centers, and Tato is just bouncing from farm to farm. He's like, I killed the villagers on those farms and the villas on those farms, but there's more villagers everywhere. Meanwhile, I mean, he can't even keep his eco working. It's always Garrison.
I will say, this has been a lot of idle time for Sebastian, and he still hasn't killed the ball of 50 units in his base. So it's like, how long can you ignore this?
Wait,
this group has 39 kills.
He's got 4 TCs outside of the range of this ball of units, and
well,
they're all making vills.
Yeah, but like, don't you want to care about the villagers that have been around working for you for a very long time?
I mean, clearly not.
This is 2024. We're just gonna let the old ones go, let them die off. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking he has to deal with it soon, but I don't know how. Tato, that's keeping him in the game. Tato has been raided everywhere.
I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to deal with that. Okay. I think you can just keep killing villagers over here. 52 villagers for Tato. Where's Tato going to go? What's the best case scenario with that army from Tato? It's killing another 20 villagers. Sebastian can kill that in the same amount of time, and he can go forward with the castle.
That's a good castle.
And the army isn't there.
Tato won't take. If this castle goes up, Tato will not be able to take gold. His other gold is raided on the front. This castle, he's gone forward with what? 19 villagers to build it. It absolutely will go up. And again, Tato's army can't go home. and he is not getting the damage, as you said, Dave, that he needs to.
It feels like if that castle goes up in such a significant position, with Tato not doing much damage behind, our former Red Bull Wololo champion is going to have to go to an elimination match tomorrow.
Wow, what a crazy, crazy series from Sebastian. His first LAN ever. He has been the story over the last 6 or 7 months. He's accomplished so many good things. He's kind of come out of nowhere. And he's, 22 years old. This is one of the biggest stages. We are in a literal castle here, and he ends the game with a castle on the front there. That was an amazing game.
Yes.
Holy, that was an amazing game. There was so much to break down. To me, I mean, in the early stages of the cast, it really felt like Tato had control. What was the difference here?
I think Sebastian got onto food much, much quicker. At some point, Sebastian had 25 on food, I think, and Tato was at 15 or something in Feudal Age, and then Sebastian added the second stable, the third stable. And in Feudal Age fights, having a nice ball of archers is great, but scouts are king.
Yep.
Scouts are the strongest unit there, and if you can keep production and keep the food eco behind that, it's insane. Also, I think you might have pointed it out, lack of eco upgrades might have hurt Tato quite a bit.
I think sometimes if you try and force the issue early and go for lots of army, you end up having to skip some steps and skip eco upgrades. That is acceptable to skip those eco upgrades.
Yep.
But if the game goes on longer, then the eco upgrades obviously kick in, which they did here. So a beautiful game here. And a little bit of a moment for us to settle into a little casting booth here as we prepare for our next series.
We're in the armory.
We are in the armory.
Basically, yes. And our weapon of choice is 3 monitors, and our weapon of choice is technology.
I almost swung one of these swords at a wall.
There's halberds, there's everything around here. We have a beautiful castle. Once again, apologies for the delays earlier today. We have a beautiful castle. We can't wait to show you tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. All of the things that they've put together today, everyone who steps inside, their jaw just drops, and it's going to be here for all of you tomorrow. It's going to be fantastic. But until then, our preliminary day continues. Sebastian taking that set over Tato, and then our next set is going to be
The
Viper
versus
versus MBL, the Battle of the Norwegians.
Yes, absolutely. And it's for those that have watched Age of Empires a long time, you will have seen that matchup many times. It's always got a lot of talking points, very interesting. I'm excited for it. I'm just happy to be back in a castle, man. I mean, this is so cool. Maybe very early on, but thanks to Red Bull and Microsoft and everyone who's made this happen, and to the fans who are, I know, very patient today. I saw a lot of patient people on the internet. Thank you, and thanks for being here already at the early stages. You guys are the real MVPs to be here after our delays and here on day one. So things are going to be a little bit different today than the next week. I mean, very different.
Very
We've got
different.
A lot in store. Obviously, the armory was set up by our amazing team here to get things squared away. But we will have a draft for Viper and MBL to drop down. We don't quite have the setup to pull everything up on screen. So instead, you're going to have to deal with our ugly mugs as we talk about it before the games start. But let's just talk about the player. Did you just wink at them?
I did.
That was pretty cute, dude.
It was nice.
Viper MBL. They know each other so well. They act like brothers, right? To me, anyways. You got Viper, the older brother, who's always doing a little bit better than the younger brother.
Yep.
Younger brother trying to catch up. What are you looking forward to in this series?
I'm looking forward to MBL's vast unpreparedness somehow working out and stunning Viper in some way. I think Viper looked surprisingly very relaxed and prepared, actually, if that's two things that combine well. But, I mean, he looked kind of different than I saw at previous Red Bulls, where maybe he came in a little bit unsure of himself after the boot camps that they had or whatever. But Viper's giving me a good feeling. MBL, always a question mark.
Yeah.
Always a question mark. Doesn't matter what event he's in, especially at a big LAN setup like this. He talked to us earlier. He seemed fine, but you never really know.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into it. I agree. You know, MBL typically maybe not the player. He didn't have a boot camp. He doesn't have a team that provided that. So yeah, maybe a little bit less preparation. But what I love about MBL's play is how he doesn't see the game like other people, and he goes for a lot of comfort picks. And I actually think there are a lot of players, maybe even in this castle this week, who they will look at the way another player plays Civilization or sees a strategy or Civilization on paper and says that should be the best. And they always play it, even if it doesn't suit their strengths. Now, that's a weird thing because we got the 8 best players in the world. But MBL is a player who is, I think, suited for a little bit of extra Army. He doesn't cut corners on Army.
Yep.
He'll stay in feudal age longer, stay in castle age longer. Things get messier. And so a civilization that I think MBL should prioritize for that reason is the Huns. Not because of the whole housing thing. If you MBL fans know, he tends to get housed at population capped at times. That's a bit of his thing. But yeah, I really think play free and open with Army against Viper. What are you going to do? You're going to wall up and give Viper time?
Yeah.
You can't do that against Viper. So that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if we could snag it up here, or maybe we don't have that. But I think MBL's style today is going to be like that. And I think for people who watch us, anytime you see someone, let's just say the plans don't really work out and they get destroyed, it's obvious. We as casters do it, fans do it, they question things. Well, why not this? Why not that? Sometimes it's a bit of a risk to go with your comfort picks,
Yep.
right? It looks genius if it works out, and otherwise it might not. But yeah, dude, I mean, we've been casting these guys for what? Since, 10 years. Never would have thought we'd be standing in an armory in a real medieval castle casting the two of them. So.
Yeah, I keep looking at this weaponry.
I honestly didn't notice all of this.
You better watch your mouth.
I always have to, believe me.
You better watch your mouth, dude. I might put you down to the same height as me.
They don't have you standing on a box this time.
Shut up.
Oh, man. Too bad we don't have the footage. The drone comes up behind.
Oh, guys,
when
you see the setup that they have tomorrow, it is going to be absolutely insane. With the live audience, where we're casting, the stage and everything is incredible what they've done. And I just can't wait to show it to all of you. Maybe I'll have a box over there. I suspect that I will.
We haven't heard about any boxes yet,
Yeah.
so I don't think so. But
Okay, so going back to that last set, what do you think this means mentally for Sebastian? Question number one.
Yeah.
And question number two, what do you think this means for all the other players other than Tato when they watch a performance like that from him? Mentally.
Sebastian's the real deal.
Yeah.
He's the real deal. Just beyond that series right there was a moment for me, I believe it was Warlords, and it could have been another event because there's been many he's played well in, where you just watch the play, you can remove the name from your mind and say, this guy feels inevitable.
Yep.
It feels inevitable.
Yep.
And people know what I'm talking about if they've watched games. And that is not a feeling you feel with a lot of people.
It's not a feeling you feel with a guy that a year ago was maybe just breaking into events.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, he's been an interesting case. It's really one that deserves more time to talk about, where he's popped up here or there. But dude, it takes a long time. Normally the results have to bring you confidence,
Yeah.
but you don't have confidence before the results.
Yeah.
And he has had the confidence and the ability with the results, and he looked inevitable there. And I think Tato, it's so fun about these events. We had the evenings together, hang out and chat and whatnot with our friends. And Tato, I was like, who do you play again? He's like, Sebastian. He goes, oof, and I don't know if Tato would have done that against some other names.
Yeah.
I think that's Tato's recognition of, this is maybe one of the toughest draws in the first round. So I'm Sebastian's confidence when you speak to him. He's a lighthearted, chill, confident, cool character. He plays like that too. I actually think that he could win this whole thing.
I think so too. I
Yeah.
think he's a wild card,
Yeah.
right? And not so much of a wild card now that he's beaten Tato.
Yep.
And it was a close set, sure, but I think he definitely deserved to win it. Just a phenomenal player and a phenomenal rising star. However, speaking of phenomenal players, we do have Viper coming up, our former Red Bull champion, one removed, of course,
yes.
in that epic duel between him and Leary in Heidelberg Castle. Do we think that Viper is bringing his full arsenal here? Do you think there's anything that's going to hold him back? Maybe he's looking at someone like MBL and actually holding back strategies as well?
Okay, so I think Viper's going to be very close to the best possible. The thing is, he's had a long career, the wrist issues, life, all that stuff.
Yep.
And I just noticed, it has been harder to Viper to achieve his peak. But more than that, you sometimes see that peak, that elite level that I really think no one has.
Yeah.
But then does it happen the next game?
Yeah,
exactly. It's the
Yeah.
consistency, right? Which could be down to a variety of different things. I think that Viper just seems so chill. He always seems chill and relaxed, but he just seems to be in a really good spot. Really good spot mentally. We're kind of like looking over players' shoulders, watching them play games and whatnot. I'm seeing sometimes Viper has a little too much flair, right? He quick walls a million things and then loses 10 bills
I watched him yesterday, and I watched him purposely let Vils die without trying to quick wall. And, and I was like, whoa, this is dangerous.
Oh, whoa. Yeah. And like, I'm just seeing a free and loose, happy Viper. He's not trying to be too extreme. I think he's trusting the overall strategy instead of the individual moments. Yep. I think it's going to be good. And I think if there was a confidence matchup for Viper, it would be against MBL.
He has never had any problems with this matchup. MBL has had problems. I think if you're coming in from MBL's perspective, maybe he's thinking the opposite way, where it's like, if I win, oh my God, that's amazing. But I'm kind of focusing on my next match down the road.
Yeah. I think in the past, MBL has had a tendency to be a bit down on himself at these events and immediately see through to the next round in these situations. In my conversations with him, that hasn't been the case. I think he's liking how his gameplay went. It was funny. I asked him, I said, like, how is it adapting? Because sometimes players just like, this screen, this glare, this castle, this amazing castle.
MBL's just like, it's fine.
And MBL's like, I don't know why people complain about it. It's fine. It's just the same thing. It's just a different screen. And he just doesn't worry about the details. That's good for him. But you know what I just thought of? I think these two players combined may have been playing the game the longest compared to any other series. No easy way to fact check that. MBL, there's a video where he talked about when watching Viper is at the top, like 2011, 2012. And MBL was just like a mid-rank fanboy, right? And he said he remembered trying to like get to the point where he could join a game where Viper where like he could be somewhere close to the elo just so he could get destroyed. And he's like, and I got destroyed, and more and more and more. And like, for years now, these guys have been staples in the tournament scene. But I just think that's really cool to think about. 2011, 2012, we're here in 2024. Same two, just still top 8.
I mean, I think you might be right about total years combined playing, because there's a guy that's not involved in this Red Bull. A former champion.
Yeah,
who would really skew the numbers.
Yes, that would be doubt.
in a lot of these. No, that's a good point.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just been a long time. MBL's also been one of the most consistent players. He had his I'm going to quit Age of Empires moments, but he's always back.
He's pretty consistent with that one, too.
Yeah, he's back the next week, dude.
I'm going to quit, and then he's back,
Okay, so our maps here, game number 1 is Cliffbound.
And we won't be able to show this to you, unfortunately, guys. But we'll read it out. Game 1 is, the way it's going to work tomorrow is different. But the way it works today, we have a whole contraption set up. We'll save that suspense for tomorrow. But it's randomly chosen. So game number 1 is going to be on Cliffbound, like you said. We have MBL's home map, which is going to be Gulch. And then we have Viper's home map, which is going to be Mountain Dunes. Now, Gulch is one of the new ones for the event. But if you were following the ladder, you will have seen Mountain Dunes multiple times before, and basically everyone starts on a big hill, and then there's 2 stone areas on the side. So viewers of the ladder, and I know there were a lot of you that were consistently tuning in throughout that entire process, which is how MBL got in, by the way, by grinding hundreds of games on the ladder. They will be very, very familiar with that one. That one's kind of like a unique unit, Cav Archer kind of vibe. Gulch, still a question mark what we're going to see.
I'm going to keep you on your toes here because that was very good. There's one thing that is particular and specific to Cliffbound on the map. What is it?
I think cliffs.
Okay. I was like, I really thought you were thinking about like, I think the acacia trees have 150 wood instead of 100. That's what I was going
for. Is that it?
They do actually. It does actually have acacia trees. I would have been impressed.
Oh, okay. Well,
I actually only know like 10 plus types of trees because of Age of Empires. And recently I was watching a nature documentary, and they were baobab trees. And I said to my fiance, "Hey babe, that tree has 200 wood in Age of Empires." And anyways, I'm single now.
Did you? I would have said, "Hey baobab."
Oh no, that would have been rough.
Baobab.
She was to be obviously she was impressed, right? I mean, who isn't impressed with that bit of knowledge?
Well, she's with you, so doesn't take much.
She knows what she's getting into. So, What were we talking about? Cliffs?
Yeah, we were
Acacia
talking about
trees?
something. Acacia trees,
So-
different types of trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we see the civilizations here? Talk about that real quick because I think
Cliffbound
MBL
is game 1.
Yeah, MBL's got some really aggressive picks. And listen, some people can wall on cliff bounds, but acacia trees are awkward.
Yeah.
I think there might be a couple baobabs. It's
Cliffs
hard to
are
wall.
awkward.
Just-
Cracked earth terrain, I believe,
Yeah.
as well. There's a bunch of hunt in the center. There's a bunch of relics in the center that you can gather. So popular civs before on the ladder and in the qualifier were civs like Incas, civs like Aztecs, civs where you can really, really steamroll with the early compositions and maybe a fast castle age. And we've seen the civilizations already as we're getting loaded in here for what the players have picked. And we're noticing the MBL is going to go for the Portuguese. So he's really going to be focused on that gold composition. And then Viper is going to be going for the Cumans. So Viper has a couple options with Cumans and Empire Wars. You can either go for the feudal age boom, but I think the smarter play is probably just to take advantage of those cheaper archer ranges, the faster scouts, and just really, really hammer the opponent in feudal age.
Yeah, and it's that is normally the goal. And it's not something that's a talking point in normal Age of Empires too. Typically, you don't get to that bonus as early due to the Dark Age being there. So we should be good here, folks. I need a bit of a delay. I believe they might have had a map bug or something.
Yes, I believe
And they're
maybe
gonna
having a map bug.
possibly
We have our
restart,
admin live
Yes, we
on
do.
site, running around like a madman.
There's viewers. How many? We can't see the chat right now, but how many people would you think are on site in this castle right now?
I
it's a
counted
lot.
at least 40 knights, 80 squires, a couple maids. I think
There's
there
a
was
an idle villager or two,
at
but I think
least
they're on
2
the break.
Fletchers, a stonemason.
Is Doubt the King?
I'm just trying to think of medieval, like a Thatcher.
You got way too excited over Thatcher there.
I get to use my medieval vocabulary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure
A
you've been
bishop,
so
a
excited for
cardinal,
that.
or 2.
So this here we are in game number 1. Now we are a minute behind. They had a pause. It is possible this comes back for some type of review, just because the pause makes me think so.
But we get a hint into Viper's opening strategy.
And double archer
Double range. And
all because it's just cheaper.
Yep,
with humans.
cheaper. You can get them up quickly, and you can really, really get that timing. Now, MBL has gone for the stable with the Portuguese, and he's going to produce a few scouts, but he can't really afford to keep up the scout production for too long. So he has to switch into a range of his own. He's gone for the classic MBL 2 Spearman against a double range approach from Viper. And MBL is going to be struggling to try and deal with the archer pressure early from Viper as he's trying to find some villager picks here. Stealthily gets away from that Spearman, but Viper looks like he's got it handled.
Yeah, so these trees are really awkward to deal with, so keep that in mind. It's very possible there could be a hole through the wall, and we got full walls from MBL, and the archer, the skirmisher, and the spearman now headed this way from the Viper. Now, MBL couldn't get his walls down in this area. He walled on this side, but this side is still an issue for him, and he does the right thing and just pulls the vills.
Yeah, he pulls the vills. I don't know if he's going to get him away, though. What's the fletching timing? It's already in here for Viper, and he kills one. Can't quite get the others, but there's one straggler back there. And Viper's actually going to be pushed away, so Viper maybe distracted at home or something. You would expect him to get that villager.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think he's just making sure these scouts weren't getting any damage. I think you're going to feel very comfortable right now if you are the Viper. It is just... you possibly have the best micro in the game, and then you have more ranged units than your opponent. So this is a nice position. He's got the hill, and he's being extremely patient, and MBL can't have such patience because this is right on top of his gold right now.
Yep. Spearman still distracting there for Viper. Viper still just sitting on that hill. MBL with the skirmishers trying to protect. And MBL is actually being really, really patient with his villagers, not pulling them away. He's not ruining their efficiency, right? Because he knows they're not going to die yet. He's just counting on his skirms to get the job done. However, it's been a very long time of Viper sitting here and being extremely annoying back in his base.
Yeah, and Viper is already thinking next step here, Dave. He's adding the stable.
Well, he's got 9 villagers in the queue, too. He's got 10 vills in the queue, Viper. You got the food. Look, he unqueued them. He's like, oh, wow, I found 2 scouts.
Hey, it happens to the best of us, right? This is high-pressure moments here. You always want to be queuing those villagers. He's got really low idle TC time. But MBL, I mean, it's been awkward, right? He's got, like, a lot of villagers walking around to where they maybe shouldn't be. but he is pretty much dealt with this, and he's going to go for a trap here. Goes for the stone gate against Viper to make sure he doesn't escape.
Cliff bound. There's always a way out, bro. There's always I've seen Doubt.
Is it the way you want to go,
I've seen Doubt wiggle his way out of these maps before.
Oh, or Viper just wiggles his way through.
Yep.
And, there was a hole next to the cliff.
There's always a hole. There's always a hole in this map.
What an awkward situation for MBL. He's got a scout around. Viper's army's still kind of distracting him in the back. And it's just been all Viper so far.
Yeah, and Viper really using his micro and his multitasking here to just apply the pressure to MBL. And as long as you're applying pressure to MBL, it means the MBL's not at your base. I think we've seen like 3 scouts forward. MBL might have an opportunity now to come forward with some of those archers and some of those skirmishers, but we look at the food count from Viper. He's not really queuing that many vills or scouts anymore. He's thinking about potentially going up to the castle.
This has still been incredibly impressive from MBL. I mean, how is he not dead? He lost 2 vills, but he's still got a great civilization to work with here, and the KD is 14 to 14.
He's on stone. He might go for tower defense, or might be thinking maybe use a market and think about a castle at some point.
I mean, organ guns could be something that he's thinking about, right? I think the biggest issue for him is going to be food. Viper's got a perfect economy behind this. I think MBL is going to need his best friend here and drop the market. There it is. And Viper not really needing to sell his stone, in all honesty. I think his eco is set up perfectly for it. Look at this. He clicks up to Castle Age after some market abuse.
So good. Doesn't have Horse Collar, but he'll probably get it before the next round. And is that a 3rd archer range from Viper? Is he going Cav Archers?
In the lead up to this event, we've been seeing more Cav Archers than we have in quite some time. There's reasons for it we can't get into. And then in conversation with players, they very much feel like Cav Archers might be the unit that we see the most in Castle Age this tournament.
Okay.
You have the mobility. This is an aggressive setting. And in the case of humans, the ranges are still cheap. Now, I don't love them long term, but we also don't, you don't necessarily expect that there's going to be a lot of aggression here long term.
Okay, MBL still with a decent amount of HP. There were weak villagers from before, though, and if Viper is able to spot those ones, I mean, a couple of them are a couple of hits away from death. Viper's very distracted. He's trying to snipe the archers now from MBL. MBL trying to hide behind a rock, but Viper knows he's there, and the skirmishers still keep pushing him back. That archer mass, pretty significant for Viper, though. 45 seconds away from Castle Age, if he can keep that alive.
This is a really important moment for Viper. It was kind of risky when he sent his scouts in there because he didn't have any answer to the skirms. But a lot of those skirms are weak. He's been able to just back up here, hold on, and 20 seconds away from the upgrades. This is your time, MBL. Take some good engagements, but he's feeling so uneasy about being able to find the fight, and the units just path around the range there.
Yeah, MBL seems a little bit hesitant at the moment. He's killing the scouts at the back. Viper did notice a couple of those weak vills. There's still one on 1 HP, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Viper try and finagle his way back over there, or just lose a scout for free. I mean, either or, as he gets the crossbow upgrade, goes for some knights, and I think maybe he was planning on Cav Archers, but are they necessary at the moment? Can you switch your eco now to knights now that you have 15 crossbows, or maybe go forward with Siege Workshop?
Yeah, I think your Siege Workshop would be really interesting. To hold the middle means you hold the stone and gold for the most part.
Yep.
But also,
he's
he's flirting with the idea. Yeah, he's going to get ballistics first. I wouldn't mind Viper when you see your opponent has built this many towers and it's MBL. Just take the eco lead. I think we might see him buy the stone back and drop a second TC, because when your opponent invests into 4 towers, he's going to be very far from the castle, which is the main thing you're worried about, but you still can't easily dive in here. So let's see. Viper's going to think about it. MBL still not in Castle Age. Viper is going through, and he sees the towers. And he takes some decent fights, but he needs to back away.
I think that's a push that Viper does against MBL, but might not do against someone like Hera.
Maybe, yeah.
Coming in through the wall there and trying to dance under 2 towers. Like, it doesn't really seem like the most optimal play, but he was looking for his opportunities there because he's confident. And there's the Siege Workshop forward. Viper still has the crossbow mass. He's still got more crossbows coming up behind, and he's got ballistics before MBL even gets to the Castle Age. So MBL is going to really struggle to find himself an army that can even deal with this.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, this is the problem. He's so good at staying alive but he hasn't been able to really take any control this game. And Viper in the driver's seat, this is where you wouldn't expect many mistakes from Viper. Now, this is a unique situation. Viper's crossbows can find no value here, right? They can't push the towers. If MBL sneaks those crossbows and gets to Viper's base maybe, Viper might have no answer at home. So Viper's going to see this, see the crossbows, probably look to deal with it, but I think MBL can defend with siege at home, and he should counterattack with these crossbows.
I can't believe he took the time to shoot one shot with that archer before it died.
Might as well, dude. What's Viper thinking right now? Viper is on stone at the moment.
Yeah. I like the fact MBL added a siege workshop immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, MBL, if he can force you into a situation where you're going to win or lose the game from a Mangonel fight, that is his optimal position. MBL is the best Mangoneller in the game still.
Is that a term? Mangoneller?
Yeah, he can Mangonel.
A Mangoneller, one who Mangonels.
Yeah.
Does that mean everyone's a Mangoneller? I guess so. Well,
if you have a Mangonel.
Mangoneller, I hardly know her.
I mean, true.
All right. Viper, a little bit of paranoia maybe? I think that he didn't see MBL's army for a while, was worried about the counterattack. He was open at home. But MBL just staying at home, trying to stabilize, getting the ballistics upgrade himself. You're right. He is one of the best Mangonellers in the game, if not the best. I would say he's the best.
Oh,
and
he's got two now. Oh, yeah.
Dude, this is going to... We've got low ping, right? Viper, MBL.
And Viper's backing up.
And it's about to get crazy.
That was a crazy angle to take. To do the full turnaround there. Oh, not going to hit him there. MBL goes for the attack round. Another one. Viper dodging. MBL still alive with the Mangonel. Still patrolling in. He gets it.
He does lose a lot of crossbows, but Viper did as well. And the siege could handle this. And even though Viper's got such a big military count, that could disappear in the blink of an eye. This comes down to the micro. And MBL and Viper both land fantastic shots. But Viper's crossbows have not done a lot here, Dave.
Oh, MBL losing track of one of those Mangonels. He did get a big shot against the crossbows, but now it's all falling apart. Trying to attack ground, still trying to keep that Mangonel alive. And Viper, relentless pressure as he adds that second TC behind. So Viper's eco starting to expand. 12 on food, MBL 2.
What a game. What a game.
Yep.
It's like everything that's advertised probably. Viper,
second siege workshop from MBL.
the economic player, and MBL's like looking to push back here.
Love when this happens. When MBL's got 5 or 6 Mangonels on the field and the other guy is playing into his hands, I like it a lot. Viper still has the advantage here. MBL looking for a way out of his base safely, or he's just going to force it.
So this is the most awkward point of Viper's economy. Yes, he's going to 3 TCs. He's got 7 on food. So all of his resources are going to be spent on build production, basically, and farm count. If Viper loses a bad fight here, this could snowball out of control, and he won't really be able to afford to defend himself.
That Knight is going to be trouble. The Knight's going to be trouble for the Mangonel reinforcements. MBL does have ballistics, so he should be able to deal with that with crossbows. Knight runs right into those. Still microing with the Mangonels. They're dancing here as Viper takes one. MBL trying to take another attack round, just misses by a little bit. MBL also microing the crossbows. He gets another Mangonel, and he gets that one from Viper. Pretty sick from both of them, to be honest.
It was really good play. KD is 49-50, dude. This has been such a close
this has turned
game.
into a really, really nice one. Viper still with the map control, though, and still with 3 TCs, and still with 11 on food. MBL has 5.
Yeah, farm count's starting to go up for Viper, too. He's floated that wood because of the microing here. Viper's crossbow count is still higher. He's got TCs to protect the vulnerable areas. And MBL is going to be a long way from reinforcements here, but here he comes, Dave. Here he comes.
Viper. Watch out, watch out, watch out!
Oh, man. Viper just realizes backs away, and MBL just marches in, and Viper's got exposed eco here. And what did we say? When you've got forward villagers and a forward army like this, one counterattack can be your undoing.
And look at MBL just going in with the Mangonels. He's got more Mangonel. He's got 5 on the field, so they're coming in reinforcement. And the crossbows are still pushing in. And with these 2 Mangonels at the back there, Viper has to respect that, and he has to send all of his army back to deal with it. Nice little snipe there from MBL.
That's just another thing that Viper's got to be like, man.
Oh, delete the farms, too. Don't let him get any crop shots here.
Dave don't want it to be the first one to say crop shot.
Delete.
MBL will click the farm, though. We will see a crop shot here if there are crossbows. It helps you get a direct shot from like half a tile further away. Viper struggling to deal with this. There's the attack rounds for MBL. He's getting kills. This is getting stressful for Viper, and a lot of his eco is idle back here, and MBL's completely untouched.
MBL has 6 mangonels with 2 more in the queue. He is not letting up, man. He is not letting up, and he's found himself a little hill back there. So he tanks the shot and remains alive, gets another good shot against the crossbows from Viper. And what a position MBL took at the back. What an advantage he has at the back of Viper's base. Viper, though, still with the better economy.
Yeah, Viper finally going to deal with this, but I mean, MBL's gotten more than enough value. I don't think he is, actually.
No.
A Knight can deal with that. And now MBL has found Viper's TC. Now, something we haven't talked about, cracked terrain. If any building is on it, it takes, what, 25% more damage,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So that means your TCs will melt against a siege push. And MBL, who's taken the slight score lead here, who is definitely like maybe in a better position militarily, because it's 25 military against 4. He's going to take out this TC, and Viper was planning for a castle. Where are you supposed to place a castle right now?
And he's taking another mangonel, potentially. I mean, he's got the archers firing away. Viper manages to notice that and launches a great attack round there to snipe the mangonel from MBL. Still trying to get his crossbows in mass and building what I think is quite a risky castle if MBL sees that, but he doesn't know about it right now.
He needs to stabilize this position. A castle in front of the TC is absolute suicide. So this is going to give Viper a chance to breathe a little bit. Now, what he didn't have for a while now is access to gold, because MBL's attack in the back was directly on top of that. So we'll see if Viper has the recognition. He's expanding his eco onto the left, but MBL's got siege everywhere, bro. It's like everywhere he could go for a siege push. Normally it's one position, not 3.
Yeah, and he added that second siege workshop real quick, too. Like, oh man, what a game here. What a pushback from MBL. Viper's still significantly ahead on eco, and we saw the farm expansion, which is huge, as the siege workshop now from Viper is going to get taken out probably before that mangonel creates, definitely before that mangonel creates. So the pressure is still on for Viper, particularly on this left side, the castle protecting the right.
Okay, so this has been a great decision from MBL. You don't allow Viper any time on the other areas now. If he castles one area, you just give that up, and you then have to push the left-hand side. Now, the weakness for MBL in the push on the left, he doesn't have a lot of crossbows, so a couple knights can pick off the siege, but Viper's never snagged a single upgrade for his knights. He never really had the resources for that. So 4 mangonels with crossbow support coming in for MBL, and Dave, MBL can win this game right now.
MBL can win this game. He's done well for himself. He's got 3 more mangonels in the queue, as the villagers over here are struggling against ballistics crossbows. There's not enough room in that watchtower. The knight is going to go down. The crossbows will still come in behind the woodline. MBL still microing the mangonels when he's got so many. And this TC is going to get eaten as well.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, Viper's going to do his best. He knows some of these are weak. He will micro down 1. He needs a big shot here. He could stabilize it, maintain this position, and hold with a big volley here. MBL's crossbows have found a nasty little spot in the back, though.
I think potentially the bad thing for MBL is the same thing that's been good for him so far this game. He just kind of started adding units and kept adding units. And he's not really putting the steps in to set up his eco for the late game, right? Although he is on stone right now.
He says there is no late game, dude. He says there is no late game. MBL up to 7 mangonels on the field. All of them are moving forward. And Viper, he just doesn't have gold.
He's got 1,500 wood.
Yeah, he doesn't have eco, man. His eco has been so idled. Even though he's collected more, he hasn't been able to keep his armies alive. If he loses this town center, all of these villagers could be sniped. There's very little support. And MBL continues to provide really good mangonel hits. He can get 1 more.
Oh, he doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
But there's another mangonel coming. Don't worry about it. He's got 2 more in the queue, and he gets that one.
Dude, Viper was looking at the crossbows, I think. The crossbows, I think, ran through or into the TC. Actually, the TC has 10 kills, so the TC definitely got the kills. But MBL was looking here.
What's a man got to do to farm, Tristan? What's a man got to do to farm? That's what Viper's asking right now. He keeps going to different areas of the map. There's mangonels there. That was a huge shot from MBL, and there's, of course, another mangonel making its way forward here. 15 crossbows as well from MBL. 83 villagers from him, and the castle
is at the front of MBL's base. He didn't put it too far forward where it could be denied. He's got plenty of gold. He might even think about clicking up the imp soon. Unqueue those villagers.
That'd be a crazy thing, but I think it's the play for MBL. And listen, with all the narratives coming into this, all the times that Viper has won against MBL, very rarely do we see a best of 3, right?
Yep.
And if there was ever a time, you know, if you consider maybe Viper starts a little bit slow as we see ridiculous fight after fight, maybe a best of 3, MBL's got the confidence here. He doesn't need to win the game with this Bush anymore. This Bush has done enough. I agree with you. I think Imperial Age is the play.
He's sending it right now, and he's buying. MBL is buying wood so he can queue up more mangonels. I think just unqueue the villagers, buy a little bit of food, maybe even sell that 400 stone you've got sitting in the bank. You really only need the 1 castle and some trebs to push Viper's castle, because once Viper's castle is gone, you're home free.
It is funny because as we've been saying all the things about how MBL needs to chill and relax and take, you know, this advantage, Viper has turned it up. Viper's got 2 mangonels as well. He's taken some great trades. He again...
what an attack round. Oh my god.
Both players take good trades. And we have just, like, I agree, MBL needs to settle his mind and go imp. But the man who's had no chill has taken a little bit of time to realize he just needs to chill.
They both click imp at exactly the same time.
Bro, what?
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, this is
They might
crazy.
be brothers.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been an extraordinary game, right?
Yep.
And it's just not been a map where they played the same opening or had similar civ strength. I think the big thing I got to come back to is the civ strengths. Portuguese have good upgrades on their range units in the long run. The big one is Bracer. Humans do not have that. So Viper's going to need to switch out of the range units. And honestly, with that, out of mangonels, Portuguese get bomber cannons. Humans also don't get bomber cannons, so it's got to be full cav for the Viper.
It's honestly kind of insane. We've been talking about MBL. The pressure was insane to come back from the position he was in, because Viper was really in a good position, pressuring him early. But Viper has done the classic Viper thing. He's held somehow, and now he's got a castle set up on both sides, and he's got his half of the map locked down. And look at all those production buildings coming up. Look at the res discrepancy. Res collected almost like 8K ahead for Viper at the moment. It's going to be quite a game here, and 45 on food is a lot more than 16 for MBL.
Viper lost 2 TCs, and he lost 26 vills, and he is up by 20 plus vills, and has collected that many resources. He's got 50 on food. Like, how?
Just another day for the snake, dude.
No, dude. I mean, both these players should have been dead for very different reasons, and their resilience has been incredible.
Mangonels still from MBL. Those won't find all that much value in Imperial Age, but they can still potentially snipe some of the skirms. We see Viper coming forward with the light cav. He's got his eco set up for light cav. He's got 47 on farms right now with hand cart as well. I mean, MBL is going to struggle to keep up with that.
And I think MBL was expecting that this could be just bomber cannon, bomber cannon treb. But if there's going to be cav to snipe that, he needs something more. He stopped producing crossbows. I guess maybe organ guns could be one of his best options. It's a really strong unit, but then you need to make trebs too. So decision-making time for MBL, Viper's going to be spamming full cav.
Yeah, there's the armor already coming in for Viper. His eco setup, like we said. He's still got 9 vills in the queue, so he's interested in expanding his boom just a little bit more, as he's putting pressure now on the TC from MBL, and MBL doesn't have enough stone to lock down that side of the castle like Viper did over on the left side. When we're looking at avenues for MBL to push, even if he clears this army, there's not many.
And listen, if you don't have an army to threaten Viper right now, and he's on cav, he will rage you to death. He will find an option, he will get a couple light cav in your base.
57 on food now.
And it's going to be a problem. MBL's way to win this game is just continuous snowball push, start to win the Trebor, and force some type of reaction from Viper. But he doesn't really have army.
Or you can force it into a Treb stalemate, and you have Bombard Cannon.
Yeah. Oh, man, nice shot there from
Which could be
Viper.
good, but Viper is not going to let that happen. He's going to get into your farm eco behind. He's going to keep sniping your siege with his light cav, and he's going to keep expanding his farm eco. He's even like getting masonry right now, getting his Treb set up to attack the castle from MBL. I think MBL's in deep trouble after an amazing push earlier. Viper just refuses to die, and now he's back with a vengeance.
Yeah, and here's going to be a castle for MBL, which will probably eventually complete, but at what cost? Again, on the right side, now we're going to see the castle go down for MBL. So as one castle's being built, he loses another. I'm not even sure this castle's going to go up right now. Viper's got a ton of army.
No. Viper's just sitting there with skirms and light cav, and MBL might be getting a little bit demoralized here. He felt like he had it. He was sending it with everything. Then maybe, I mean, there's opposing arguments. Did he not send it enough, or did he click up to imp too late?
Yeah, I don't know. It's what makes this game beautiful, because the pros and cons that we discuss is just why Age of Empires is so perfect. He's got the perfect balance, right?
Yep.
Viper
move your trebs.
ultimately, as he is going to maybe lose some trebs, Viper's just benefited from being able to stabilize
90.
in that one moment.
95.
Is MBL going to build the castle and then call the GG?
It's up. It's up.
It goes up, yep. First game at the big stage here, Red Bull Wololo, and MBL doesn't want to call it quits yet, but I'm with you. I mean, before MBL brought it back, he's just too exposed in so many different areas right now.
Viper playing the long game, as he so often does, and now his eco is phenomenal. 74 on farms right now, Tristan. A phenomenal boom here from Viper. Great macro this game, and of course just enough micro to keep himself alive, as the crossbows now from MBL really struggling to keep up with the Hussars. He has no chance.
Yeah, he's no chance. And, you know, MBL's going to come to that conclusion here in a moment, but what a great game. Viper takes the first game, perhaps expected, but I don't think there were many people watching right now who expected MBL to come that close to breaking him.
No, Viper was, what, 2 minutes ahead to Castle Age with Ballistics crossbows at his base before MBL even got like into Castle Age himself. That was a fantastic opening from Viper, all the pressure, and then MBL was like, okay, 1 Siege Workshop, 2 Siege Workshop, 3 Mangonel, 8 Mangonel, and he just pushed him back like crazy.
MBL, if you give him time, he can cook. If you don't kill him off, he can cook. Now, the ingredients in the whole, dinner is going to be a bit weird. You're not expecting 25 mangonels to be involved.
It's definitely like a wholesale supermarket or something. Like it's definitely not premium ingredients, but I mean, it works sometimes.
Whatever gets the job done.
Yeah,
whatever gets the job done.
It almost worked that time, but it is Viper, and you can see the main difference being right here on this screen, the eco screen. We've got wood collected, 6K more for Viper. Food collected, 11,000 more food for Viper, which enabled him to go up to Imp earlier. It enabled him to get those light cav out. It enabled him to keep producing villagers to replace the ones that MBO kills.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a lot of arguments there. I would say that, like, Viper, take a look at this, by the way. That extra speed for Viper maybe allows a little bit more time to focus on all that. But I think for Viper, what kind of went wrong, and ultimately he stabilized from it, it was just that one period. It was so cool. He goes 3 TCs.
Yeah.
Takes time for that to pay off, and then MVL just started hitting massive engagements. So that was really good.
And then as soon as he clears them up, he senses MBL is going to stop making those mangonels, stop pushing forward. He clears up that left side, and it was like he was waiting for it. Puts a castle down as soon as MBL is gone. And then MBL can't come back on that side, even if he wants to reinvest, because there's nothing he can make in Castle Age that can push a castle from Viper.
So, promising signs for MBL despite the loss?
I think so. I think if you're MBL and you're looking at that game, you're thinking, okay, transitions, maybe I made some mistakes. Maybe I could have gone up to Imp. Maybe I could have pressured more. But what did work was me just not caring and sending army forward and trusting myself.
I think, like, I know MBL also likes his walls, but if you think about how much effort it took to get those walls down, he took losses, he gave Viper control, and Viper had the time. Some of these maps, like we got Mountain Dunes coming up next, I wouldn't mind MBL playing a little bit more open and just making a lot more army in feudal. You can still wall at some point, but heavy army numbers would be my desired approach here for MBL in the feudal age against Viper. That is what is going to work against him. And here we are in game number 2. So, folks, thank you again for being here. If you saw the schedule earlier on the day, probably well aware, we were delayed today. Everything you are seeing here is only going to get better. The quality of the games is only going to get better. I mean, we've got a whole freaking castle to show you.
The quality of the castle. The only thing that's not going to get better is the quality of the casters. Welcome in, everybody.
Yeah, that's actually true. I think I peaked here, but but we got a stable here for MBL. He's Vietnamese. I mean, one bonus for Vietnamese, which could be kind of helpful, but also sometimes not so helpful depending on the map, is you get to know exactly where the opponent is. Now, because this is a wall map, suits MBL, he will know where Viper is. Viper going to have to go out here searching. Viper's gone for the Berbers, Dave.
I've actually seen Vietnamese on this map a few times, and usually they try and make their way into Rattan archers. I think there's also a potential for maybe Vietnamese cav archers or something, but the stones are right next to the TC. And it's also important to note one of the flavors of this map, whether you enjoy it, that type of flavor or not. There's hills everywhere, so you can't really expand with town centers unless you're making a second town center right next to your starting one, or you're going down to those stone areas where you really, really need to contest. So you want a powerful unit like a unique unit or cav archers to defend yourself as you're going down to those stone areas to expand your eco.
There is a very good chance there could be an unfortunate hole in a wall here. Players need to double check. When you combine tiny wood lines with lots of hills, it's very awkward. I'm seeing here, for example, there's a hole for MBL. Just something to think about. But for now, MBL, he seems to know Viper's going scouts. Didn't actually head to his base, but just saw Viper scouts out in the field. And it seems like he's just going to think it through, make sure he's fully walled. So, another thing I've seen, and I think is amazing with the Vietnamese, is cav archers. It's long distance on this map.
Yep.
You're going to have the walls down. It feels like foot archers won't be that great because it's such a long walking distance.
Yep.
If that's the case, like this is known, right? This is
You're angling towards Genitors, aren't you?
I'm very much angling towards Genitors. Give me your thoughts on Genitors.
That was the unit I thought of immediately when we loaded into this matchup here,
okay.
because I was thinking, how well did they do against Vietnamese? I think MBL will likely go for the Rattan Archer approach.
Yep.
And you can see he's already on stone there with just one. But even against Rattan Archers, if Viper is sitting at home just comfortable, the Genitors provide that mobility and provide enough of a meat shield to maybe, push MBL back until he can make his way into something like Camel Archers or something like Knights or Light Cav or something along those lines.
Yeah. I mean, I
or
think
he just goes to stone as well.
I think everything you said is true, and I was going to say you could go Camel Archer. Now, It's interesting. Rattan Archers, I feel. I mean, I guess every unit kind of gets better the longer the game goes on, so that's a stupid statement. But I was going to say that I feel like Rattan Archers really feel at their peak in Imp.
Okay.
Because that's where they have the crazy Pierce armor, so they're an anti-archer archer. I don't consider their armor to be amazing against a Camel Archer because a Camel Archer has more attack than most units do. And, most like Archer units do. Viper is definitely going for Camel Archers, and MBL just has one on stone, actually. And he's going to drop an archery range. So this feels more of the Cav Archer approach.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
And I think the only civs I've seen Cav Archers on this map, maybe I saw it. I saw it a few times with Tatars, obviously, and then potentially a couple other times with like Magyars or something. I'm not certain that I've seen the Vietnamese approach with Cav Archers on this map before.
Yeah. I'm a little curious why MBL has one villager on stone. That is a very small percentage of his economy. Looks like he's actually just going to build a range with that build. And I'm not in love with the fact that he is choosing to go Cav Archers when we know Viper's going to go Camel Archer. I feel like Camel Archer is, it is literally seen as a good counter to Cav Archer type unit. So this could be tricky for MBL.
But he will have more production, right? The Camel Archer, you have to gather the stone, you have to build the castle, and then you only have one building to make that unit from. MBL can make from 2-3 archer ranges, and even though the Camel Archer theoretically counters the Cav Archer, if you have 3 times as many, you're still feeling pretty good about the whole situation if you're MBL.
I want to show you kind of the difference of approach here, right? Just to give you an idea of maybe the confidence levels or just how they tend to play. MBL obviously knows where his opponent is because of the bonus, but he never got over there at all, right? And he went for these small walls to get walled up. Viper at this point has already been to MBL's base.
There's a hole there, right?
In MBL's base. There isn't
Viper
a hole.
thought there was a hole.
Yeah, he did. And then Viper actually went for the big walls on the back because he knew he would have the time. So just a little bit more aggression from Viper yet again here. He's knocking on the door. He very much wants to know what MBL is making in here.
Yeah, and MBL going for that second TC. That's one of few TC spots that you can actually make up there. It gets all a jumbled mess on this map because there's so many hills and you need flat ground for a town center. MBL did make the archer ranges a little bit further back. I would have liked to see that first one at the back where the second one is as well. But fortunately for him, Viper hasn't gone to the front gate and hasn't discovered that. Also, MBL taking advantage of the cheaper eco upgrades for the Vietnamese. So that's really, really nice. Getting heavy plow here is going to pay off in what will likely be quite a long game.
And Viper dropping his second town center. Viper not really rushing up the castle, and so it's going to be 5 or 6 Cav Archers on the field for MBL before Viper makes his first Camel Archer. The key area of this map, long term, especially when we've had so much discussion around their unique units, is the stone, right? So much like the previous map, if you do build a TC here, it is going to be on crack terrain, so it can go down very quickly. But, you know, anything you build here is vulnerable against the opponent's hill, potentially, right? So it's really interesting. It looks like MBL going to drop a TC.
And there is, I've seen multiple matches where the player that is playing in Viper's position has unique unit at home from the castle, right? The castle at home, unique units, booms up on the hill. But then they're late to go for that extended TC out towards the stone, and by the time they get there, the other player has a TC on one of the stone and then military production on the other, or army over at the other. And once you've run out of stone at your own base, it gets really, really tough. And there's not a lot of gold at your own base either. There's like random scatterings of gold around the map that you need to take advantage of, but you can run out of that pretty quick when you're making unique units.
Yeah, really not an easy map to play. It's not, but so far it's been a solid approach from both. MBL 3 TCs faster than Viper. Great eco upgrades. He actually rushed handcard too. Let's not forget the eco upgrades are cheaper and
they come
research
in
faster. So that's really nice. I think in a normal game, in a normal map, where your opponent wasn't on a massive hill, you're actually thinking about where do you place a castle for Trebs. But now, like, what do you think? Like, should the first castle just protect the stone?
So what MBL should do here, most likely, is make an outpost on the front side of that town center just to give himself some warning. He's got cav archers if Viper wants to go for a castle there. And then maybe go make some sort of production building over on the other stone. Just establish a presence so Viper has to be very careful instead of just sending villagers out there.
Yep, and here MBL, he sees the camel archers. Now, MBL didn't even get Bod Canero, so that explains why he could get so many eco upgrades. Viper didn't even have fletching, but Viper is going to get ballistics. This is where, I mean, Viper steadied out the eco count right now. He's going to have this superior unit, the camel archer, and he's going to be faster to upgrades. This is a dangerous moment for MBL.
So, and both ecos very, very efficient here. Like Vietnamese, you talked about the upgrades. Berber's also with the speed.
How is Viper still taking goats, dude? There's like...
He's the goat. They're his people.
I mean, I don't know how he's still been able to find goats anyways.
Ooh, I like that castle in the south from MBL.
Yeah.
And I just, like I said before, like I've said 3 times, I want to see what his timing is to coming out to the north. He's going to keep running around there with knights and cav archers and keeping an eye on it. But until you have buildings up on that other stone pile, it's basically free for Viper to take.
I think MBL has stopped making cav archers for a reason. I think since you only have 7, and it's definitely camel archer, rats and archer is the play. But Viper completes Bod Canero, has ballistics. Camel archer 7 attack base, so 9 attack and castlate with 75 HP. And Viper's going to knock on the door here. MBL's going to make monks at home. The TC does protect him, and he did place a bunch of house walls there. Hello, villager stuck on the gold. That's very nice to meet you. And Viper says...
Don't let those scouts just go right through. Those things just went through a maze. You could have quick walled them at any point, and now they're back in your wood line. That's very annoying.
You're correct. This is a maze. All right. This is a maze. The scouts are weak. Viper's got a lot of control right now. But, again, I got to highlight what MBL's actually making. Scouts are going to go try and take the monks now, and they go down. But Rats and Archer, we get to see it now. We get to see this Archer that is way weaker. I will say they have the better hat. I don't think there is a hat on the... Oh, actually...
Yeah, they've got no.
That's not.
That's
really,
that's a wrapping. Yeah.
Well,
it's not a hat.
Anyways, the hats aren't important. I don't know why I brought it up. But Camel Archer, Rats and Archer, I think an Imp close right now. 7 base attack, 75 HP versus the 40 HP 6 attack. It's just not close.
MBL's up to Imp.
MBL's up to Imp.
Nice. I mean, the numbers on the eco aren't impressive, but the efficiency has been pretty good with him. With the eco upgrades coming in. Oh, there is a hole right there, and the camel archers find it, and they're through, and they've got ballistics, and this is a problem for MBL. 73 villagers now. Viper takes a pretty commanding villager lead, and MBL's going to lose a lot more here.
Oh, man, this is so worth
Disaster.
it for Viper. Viper could lose his entire army, and this is going to be completely worth it.
Care.
And don't tell me he can escape. MBL's trying to escape with the Vills, but the camel archers... they're going to stick around.
You got 2.
And 2 of them are going to switch sides. But, Dave, the idle time is just ridiculous. Viper does lose his camel archers, but that was pain.
What does MBL do now with 5 on wood? You go up to Imp, right? And then you want to use your resources to make Trebs. You
Yeah.
want to use your resources to make Rattan Archers. Both of those things cost wood, and he's got 4 on wood currently after that raid.
Viper is actually going to make a switch. Man, this is so intelligent from
Yeah.
him. He
He knows the numbers
doesn't
aren't
have
gonna
the
be there
Camel Archer
for
numbers
MBL.
anymore. Yep.
Yeah.
And he knows that MBL is going Rattans, and that the Rattans need numbers.
Yep.
So the best way for Viper to compete is actually to switch to Cav. I think what MBL, like, you still plan around Rattan Archers, but you actually have to, you can't go on Tread Push now. You hope to get like 20, 30 Rattans on the field before anything else.
Yeah, but then you're going to need help as well to
yeah.
support them. And it's just going to be a disgusting situation where you don't have the food eco because you don't have the wood to add the food eco. And you look over at Viper's point of view, and he's got 32 farms, Berber farms as well. So really, really efficient farmers. The Knights are going to be fine against that many Rattans. And, I mean, MBL, with those raids from the Camel Archers, he's just going to be struggling for the next few minutes to find himself any amounts of army to defend against Viper.
Yeah, and Viper maybe needs to think twice about the castle position he was about to go for. But overall, I think he's kind of done everything he would have wanted here in Castle Age. He's had a beautiful KD, he has an eco lead, and he's got mobility again. And so he should be able to pick his spots. Now, he has been on stone over here without any army control or TCs. That should tell you how good this game has been for him. And now, I don't think MBL is really going to be over there. MBL, I think, waiting to see where Viper's going to hit it. But I guess Viper isn't an imp yet. So he should consider moving out a little bit.
Yeah, Viper is just biding his time. Again, just like last game. He's just kind of weathering the storm. This one's a much better setup for him. And he gets his food eco set up, he gets his stables up, he gets the +2 armor, he gets the light cav, he's going to get Hussar, he's going to get the final armor upgrade, and then MBL is going to be in trouble. And MBL, by that point, might not even have Halb on the field.
Dude, MBL knows that a big wave of army is coming. He tries to move forward. And every time he does, he sees an outpost or he sees a stable.
His
Like,
instincts are screaming at him.
dude,
he's like, I gotta move forward, and then his body's like, no,
Yeah, like-
no, you gotta move back, man.
I love this from Viper. Just a small force, and the leftover Camel Archers will help. And this is an overchop for MBL, so he's going to have to send army back. And it's like we've seen this story before. We know that Viper will be able then to push other positions with his cav. He's going to get through. Doesn't actually attack right away, but he knows MBL's army is there now.
I mean, and the Rattans, that's the last place they want to be.
Yeah.
They don't want to be at the back defending. MBL is making a castle wall at the front of his base, but important to point out the Vietnamese castles are kind of meh if you're getting involved in a Treb war. They do have hoardings, but they miss masonry and architecture.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really tough civ to hold in a Treb war, especially when there's a bunch of Cavalier, light cav everything, raiding the back of your base.
I'm a little surprised Viper's so low on numbers right now. Like, he doesn't have any cav in queue.
He's getting techs.
Yeah.
It's Viper, man. He's just biding his time. He feels comfortable.
I mean, if MBL gets Elite Ratson with full upgrades, I think they can beat Cavalier.
okay.
If you get to like 50. MBL's at 30.
Yeah, but then you go Hussar Genitor.
Well, yeah, but you would need to have the time.
Well,
right?
yeah.
And you way to like. Sorry, that was a little rude.
It's a little snarky, dude.
But like, MBL could potentially have a chance if he gets to the Rats and Archers.
Yeah.
I think unfortunately, we might not get to the elite upgrade at this point, at least without losing this castle, because Viper's got that one trap. He's got a castle next to it, and again, MBL's stuck. It's like he doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know where to be right now.
No, he doesn't. And Viper had pulled that army back, the 2 Camel Archers and the Knights at the back of MBL's base, and he hid them from MBL, and now he's back attacking the wall again. So MBL has to go back there with those Rattans
So annoying.
to deal with that, and it's just so frustrating for him. And now he's forced to add a castle behind that because he realizes he can't win the Treb war against Viper on a hill.
Yeah, I do think MBL shouldn't dedicate all that army for just 4 units in the back. It has really worked out for Viper, and Viper's just going to dive with his cav. His Trebs will definitely take out the castles. The Rats and Archers, there they are, holy. And they're going to get the kills, but they need to come forward or Viper's going to trap down the next castle.
Yep. 37 Rattans now for MBL, though.
Dude.
I mean, he's really started producing.
If he is able to settle his mind and cancel the Vils in queue, he can afford Elite. And Elite Rattans are no joke, and Viper has struggled with army. He is going to try Genitors, but think of the upgrades you need. You need to get both the armor upgrades. You need to get the Elite Genitor upgrade as well. I'm just saying there's a chance.
I think there is a chance for sure, and MBL's done well to give himself that chance. I think with this triple castle stack over here, though, for Viper, you could afford to give up like 2 of those castles. I think your focus should be trying to get into the back of MBL's eco again with maybe some raids, maybe through the north this time. Getting Cavalier in there and disrupting and forcing those Rattans back for a second time.
There it is. There's the upgrade. He's going to have 40.
Yeah.
He's going to have Bombard
Elite
Cannons.
Genitor, though. Elite Genitor versus Elite Rattan. I love it.
MBL, I'm actually amazed. I think when this Bomber Cannon comes out, he's going to force Viper to pack up these Trebs, and this gets very interesting here. Very interesting. Viper has, what, 3 Genitors? His production is a bit a ways from this. I'm sure the units will arrive. There it is. But will Genitors be enough, too? Rattans are pretty tanky, dude.
Rattans are pretty tanky, but MBL's out of stone. He has no access to stone now, so he's going to try and repair this castle. But if that castle goes down, it feels like Viper can surround with Genitors and maybe get some good raids.
Dude.
Great defense from MBL against those Cavalier.
Look at
Viper
that.
didn't take anything.
Look at that. I mean, I know the Cavalier are cheap, but you still don't want to toss them away like that. And now there's Cavalier for MBL with armor upgrades to snipe these trebuchets. The Bombard Cannon's there as well. Viper's going to lose 1 of his Trebs. He then only has 1 more.
Can he hold this castle long enough, though?
Yeah.
Will he have enough gold to buy the stone? Because he can't mine it anywhere.
Also, the armor upgrades are not fully in for MBL either, so he doesn't have the high Pierce armor that you can get to, but he still has 7 Pierce. You just don't see this matchup that frequently, so I'm not sure if Genitors are the right play for Viper.
MBL has held that castle. He just runs out of stone. He just runs out of stone as the Bomber Cannon comes forward. Can he snipe the Treb? There's another Treb out there from Viper. Now it's Genitor versus Rattan Archer with Cavalier in from Viper. The Bomber Cannon from MBL goes down, and the Trebs are temporarily pulled back from Viper. This Rattan army is tough to beat, but there's no siege here, so they're not really pushing on either side.
Listen, MBL might lose this game, but this, again, quite a hold.
Yep.
And I gotta love how this, I think the castle wall from him that we talked about has made it so Viper never considers a raid in his base. We got 2 castles stacked here. He's actually gonna hit some of Viper's eco there. But there's a lot of work to do for MBL. Viper has fortifications in this area.
Coming in now.
He's gonna get faster production from his castle
Relics.
soon. He's got relics. Like, this is definitely where Viper wants to be. MBL is hoping his unit is good enough as we see more upgrades. We see the armor, and the thumb ring upgrade was missing too.
Yep. Do you think they could jump from one bridge on that castle to the other?
I just wish they could walk down the stairs. I want to see. I just want to see
the grand
units.
reveal of a Rattan Archer. I'm ready.
It's like, what if the production speed of a unit was based on the stairwell?
Yeah.
Right? It's like the bigger the stairwell, the longer the
where
production
would the war
speed.
elephant come from?
They come from the
Like
top,
a
dude.
crane, and we lower him down.
Yeah, I'm about it. Someone make it. Let's do it. Dave, army value is insane for MBL.
Yeah, but Viper, I think identifying that he can afford to lose at least one of those castles. The other 2 are going to be tough to push. And now he's got a Treb stack of 5, so he goes after the castle at the front where MBL's army isn't. And he's got an army of his own waiting to just rush in once that castle is down.
And with gold control for Viper, with castles everywhere, with cheap Cavalier combined with the elite Genitors, it could be a better fight for him. Again, the HP is weak for these Rattans. They tank a lot.
Oh, this castle's going to die so
They
quick.
kill units quickly, but you can't kill the traps.
No, this castle's going to die so quickly. And it doesn't have masonry. It doesn't have architecture. I know it's up a hill, but like, there's no stone for MBL. He needs to sell 200 food. He needs to sell 500 wood to buy 200 stone just to repair that castle that's still going to die.
Yeah, and that's why Viper went for actually 6 traps. That is extremely rare. I think that's Viper recognizing that
Look at how
the
quick
castles
that went down.
had to go down.
Oh my goodness.
He did not trickle Treb. And
that's
MBL
farming eco there for MBL too.
Yeah,
As MBL tries to get siege engineers underneath those Trebs. It's lucky that Viper didn't even think about that.
Can we just have like a test of Genitor versus Rattans here?
That's what this is.
Well, the Cavalier are kind of ruining it, but
Okay, they're gone.
the Cavalier are going to dive in for the monks. They're going to dive in for the bombard cannons. But I think the Genitors, considering the Genitors don't cost any gold, they're doing more than a good enough job here.
Oh yeah, and they have the mobility, right? And we see Viper really struggling to snipe these Trebs. A couple misclicks along the way there. He only gets one of them. MBL manages to repair the other. That's a good hold there from MBL, but he did lose the castle in the middle in the process, and Viper is now pushing the other castle, and he's probably going to take out those two for free.
Yeah, and that's once the castles are done, MBL can't make Ratons anymore.
Yeah.
Viper's done an amazing job keeping MBL busy with the fights so the Trebs can get over there. That's going to put MBL down to 2 castles, probably 3 if the Ratons can't get over. I think Viper's going to have to back away from this one. But MBL is 60 Ratons, and these things will not die right now.
But
They are truly insane.
Can't kill the Trebs.
Yeah,
That's the
true.
problem.
That's
Like,
true.
Viper is being so patient with those. And, of course, Ratons get pulled away. What does Viper do? He comes back with the Hussar, snipes the Treb from MBL. If you kill all the castles from MBL, he can't make Ratons, he can't make Trebuchets either.
So what does MBL do here? I'm looking around. There's not a lot in the back of his base to work with. There's Hussars back there from Viper. I think you could maybe try and jump on the Trebs with your Ratons. That might be the best play. He's soon about to have the full upgrades. He's just now getting the final armor upgrade, but he had to sell a lot of resources to get the gold for that. And Viper's on a full trash army. Hussar costs food, and then Genitor costs food and wood. He doesn't even need to spend gold.
56 on food, and they're Berber farmers.
Yeah.
This is a really, really solid eco for Viper. He's pushing uphill with the Genitors. He really doesn't care about the expense of them as long as his population is healthy. He's not thinking about gold costs with them. That's one advantage. As MBL tries to make a switch into Halberdier, and then potentially even, if he loses the castles, potentially Imskirm Halberdier could be the play.
I am
for
not
Vietnamese.
convinced MBL is dead right now, dude.
Maybe.
These Ratons are insane. And it's just what I'm expecting.
Oh, look at where the Trebs show
Oh,
up.
okay. I was going to say, I'm expecting
I was wondering where they
to
were.
roll in from somewhere, and finally they get here. I guess they're pretty
Yeah.
slow. And yeah, he
He's
knows.
just like, hey, what up?
He knows that MBL's out of position. Look, MBL doesn't know where to be.
No.
And by the time MBL realizes, the castle's gone.
Dude, Viper took those the back way through his eco, and he just shows up with Trebs. And now he might even pull those back and come in
Go
from
to the north again. Oh, he's
Yeah.
got more Trebs!
Oh my goodness, Viper has 13 Trebs on the field.
I was wondering why Viper researched Casbah. I guess it does increase the work rate of producing
I don't
Trebs.
think it's just for Trebs though. Oh my goodness, this is a crazy amount of Trebs from Viper.
Yeah, and he has the gold.
And he's doing the right thing because MBL is housed. You just gotta target the houses, man.
MBL's on Halb, which is only food and wood. He does have 40 farmers. But, oh my god, there's too many Trebs!
Too many
MBL
Trebs.
doesn't have an answer to the Trebs. This is ridiculous.
He's got Halbs to deal with it. He's got Halbs to deal with it. And there's Genitors around. Like,
Viper did lose 3 Trebs on the other side, but I'm not concerned for a guy who has 5 relics.
No, and he's still
and
got
full
9.
gold control. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still got 9 Trebs. He's fine.
Counterattack from MBL.
Nice.
Maybe that'll do something, but he is wide open, Dave. He's surrounded by Trebs. Viper's still queuing up more Trebs. I think he needs to chill.
MBL still has 190 pop.
He has 40 rats and archers.
Yeah.
That can't be killed right
That
now.
is incredible.
Yeah.
He's done a phenomenal job to stay in. And when Viper was going up to Imp and MBL was struggling to get like his 7th Ratton on the field, I really didn't have much hope for him, but he's done a really, really solid job here.
Yeah, it would be sick. I don't think he researched it. I also do not know the cost of it, but there is a tech for the Vietnamese called paper money.
Paper money.
And you receive some gold income when chopping trees. Now, the trees are not very efficient at this point, but maybe that could be worth it. And
Paper money.
all right, MBL.
Paper money. You mentioned it right as he clicked it. That's
yeah,
amazing.
It's all scripted, really.
Yeah.
Well, Halb is a real issue for the units Viper's making. He's relying on the Hussars to at least hang around a while,
Yeah.
so the Genitors can get some kills. Halbs will kill that meat shield right away. And Genitors aren't like a Cav Archer or a Camel Archer where they have high base attack. It's only 4+4.
Yep.
So still good, but not great. And MBL is 60 army and 200 pop. How's this guy not dead? He has 1 castle. He's still pushing and or holding on both sides.
They call him the cockroach for a reason.
Yep.
He refuses to die.
You can't kill him.
MBL is just so determined in situations like this. There's the Elite Skirm coming in, and Imp Skirm might even be a possibility. And then we're talking about Genitors versus Imp Skirms.
Could, yeah,
I mean, I think I like Imp Skirms better there.
I do like Imp Skirms better, but I think, what I have lacked, what Viper has lacked the last few moments is raids. He hasn't had any big Hussar raids. It's been 1 or 2 units.
Oh, double castle in the south from Viper.
Oh,
Double
man.
castle
and
in
a
the
castle
south.
in the north.
Oh, he's constricting him like a snake.
I don't think Viper's constrict, but that was a nice
He's
effort. Do your
Boa
research, bro.
constricted. True. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe.
But I mean, Viper's got a lot more stone available in both those areas. He has 4 trebs.
Another convoy.
In the north. And here he goes yet again, trying to take out the final castle for MBL. But MBL has no gold, and he only has 27 Ratans. And I think that was really the key for MBL, was the Ratan count. He just doesn't have it right now.
He's not going to have any trebs. He's not going to have any Ratans. At least he got paper money.
He did?
Yeah.
The golden comes coming in.
He's going to be missing out on his other unique tech if he wants to switch into elephants.
Doubt we're going to see that, but maybe. Imp Skirm now on the way, so MBL thinking about full trash himself. And MBL trying to take out these trebs.
Oh, does he hold another castle? Does he? No.
It's
Maybe?
uphill.
He's
It's uphill.
repairing?
No.
Oh, that was that final shot coming in.
Yeah, and I think that's worth it for Viper. Viper's got crazy resources, and he's sacrificed many trebs to take out castles. So now you're castle-less
How many
against
castles
Hussar
does he
raids.
have? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kind of surrounding him in a semicircle.
It could be 9 soon. I think he's missing 1 in the middle. It would look very nice.
Jeez. And he still has stone available in the north there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of
and there's
stone
another. Look at another Treb army.
I think MBL is gonna feel as though he needed an answer to trebs at the end
Dude,
of this
this
game.
is like one of those scenarios where your AI keeps sending in Trebs alone, and it's like, protect the Trebs.
Oh, Viper into the heart of MBL's eco. This has been his farming eco, really.
Yeah.
And he's getting some great value. It's a best of 3. You're never going to want to call it when you're at 175 pop.
Yeah.
But I think MBL's pop is not going to be 175 for much longer.
Well, you can't push.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like,
Yeah.
he's never getting past the ring of castles. And the Trebs just keep showing up from different angles because Viper has 5 relics, and he's had them for quite a long time. 3,400 gold from those relics, and he has gold access around the edges of the map. So, like, MBL is just getting gold from paper money, basically.
Isn't it kind of interesting that Viper's just gone to Elite Skirm instead of Genitors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Viper just felt like maybe the Halbs were doing too much bonus damage
he
there.
honestly should just make Hussar.
Yeah.
Like, just send Hussar into the back. Your castles will take care of any of the Halbs or Skirms that are pushing forward.
Yeah,
Just keep sending them in. And you have 3,000 food in the bank.
Viper is looking good with his late game today.
Yeah.
I mean, his early pressure has been fantastic as well.
Yeah.
I think the main thing is it's just against MBL. Like, MBL just refuses to die. How he almost won game 1 was crazy. This game, it's looked over for him for so long. But Viper's Viper, and Viper's got the position everywhere on the map, and even snagging guilds now so he can sell off resources. Viper's going to be at 100 farmers soon, which is not something you see every day. And we're just kind of waiting to see that pop drop for MBL.
What's the food price looking at? It looks fairly good if we could find ourselves a market here to look at.
Oh,
I think
boy.
Viper's market is on the top edge of the map.
Oh, well, thanks, bro. Like
Yeah, near that castle. To the
Can
left.
we not
To the
right now?
left. At the left of the top left castle. Edge of the map.
Thank you.
I saw
There
it
you go.
earlier.
There you go.
Look at that food price.
I'm glad you really appreciated that, because that was a struggle to get to that market right there.
I knew where it was.
Well, Hussar's picking off the villagers. Still 160 pop for MBL. Viper's going to make switch into Camel Archers to help out a little bit against the Halbs.
Oh, there's another convoy.
And there's more Trebs.
Yep.
There they are. And Trebuchets that have dealt 40,000 damage. Oh, man. What a stat.
Oh my goodness.
That's just
Long
gonna
distance
continue.
artillery right here from Viper. MBL is falling in population. He's down to 160, now 150, and he's going to be down to 140, maybe 130 soon. I mean, it's just a decision of when to call it now.
He does have, like, it does seem to me like the military for Vietnamese is better. Because MBL's just never lost his army count this game.
Yeah.
He's losing tons of vills. He's lost 180 vills.
Yeah.
But his army count's still at 81, so Viper's just happy to do it. He knows that his army may be a bit worse, but he's still going to be able to produce more.
Now. So bye-bye MBL farms that he set up forward there. Viper's going to go for that castle. Trebs are still working away on houses and everything. MBL, 150 pop, and unfortunately he's got 1 military in the queue with 15 bills.
The Trebs actually just killed a bunch of units as well. These things have done everything. MBL's going to deny this castle.
Oh no, not the Ratans! He can't make any of those!
Viper's Trebs.
Oh god, the hats won't help!
Forgot their hard hats. This is why you don't go for the stylish choice. But Dave, I mean, MBL's down to 130. He maybe looked at that castle and denies it, feels some positives, but when he looks to the back of his base and there's Camel Archers back there,
GG.
he's going to call the
Great
GG.
play from Viper.
What a game.
Jeez.
What a series. A really good series in the opening match. That means Viper will move on. We will see him again, as well as all the winners today. The winners of the winners matches today are moving through to the semifinals on Saturday. It's a very condensed format. Lots of games to happen yet. And, of course, lots more to see here at the event. But, like, what was, just before we, move on to what else is coming in this event, what was kind of the key here for Viper as we see that crazy KD? Look at how close that was.
Just the key in both games was getting his eco set up. Consistently, and I mentioned it a bunch of times, you look at the food count, most of those on the food are farms, and Viper, on average, has like triple the food count of MBL at any given stage. So Viper is just getting himself set up for the late game. MBL is thinking about the here and now, and he's doing well to survive or to push or whatever, but Viper's always got that extra contingency in the back of his mind.
I really like that moment in the mid-game there where Viper got into MBL's economy and killed 10 or 12 villagers.
Yep.
It felt like at that point, actually, it was fairly even. Maybe Viper had some slight leads, but Rats and Archers were the superior long-term choice.
Yeah.
MBL was just making a switch to that, and Viper knew, okay, well, if you have a castle in the south, you can't protect your base. Let me get some value. And then it was also really smart. He stopped making Camel Archers there. Wow, what a game. What a series. And, well, things went pretty well there, all things considered. We had some delays today. Nice to see everybody. Thanks for being here. Again, we got 2 more sets today. Those will be the winners' matches. That will be it for us today. And we're going to send it over to Nilly and Mem soon. But
the next time you see
games.
us, we'll be in an incredible castle vista. I can't wait to show it to everyone tomorrow. It's going to be amazing.
All right, folks. We'll see you then.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here with Red Bull Wololo El Reinado. I was waiting 10 hours to say El Reinado because you know what? It's the first time in all these Red Bulls that I'm dominating the language.
That's so true, man.
Not anymore.
That's so true.
The following casting, all Titanic again.
The whole bus ride here, he was telling us, okay, that's how you pronounce this word and that word, and then you tried to tell us the name of the castle as well. Yeah, you're the knowledgeable guy.
And then there's another good news that we have is that Nelly is back to casting with us because I think since NAC basically we are not cast together, and you have been casting maybe a couple of days, but in bigger scene we are here and we are very, very happy.
True.
Give me a
Oh man,
It's not that angry German, guys. I'm
not
telling you.
not that angry. Only off stream angry.
Anyway, as you saw with T90 and with Dave, well, they said already apologize for all the inconvenience, but this is all that bring more hype tomorrow.
True.
Because you have been waiting for so long. We have been waiting for so long. You can see that I'm even nervous, excited already. He was telling me, well, don't have enough energy yet. And then I look at this. He looked at me, okay, ma'am, I will have the energy already. No worries. Leary and the Viper are going to start. Leary and Hera, yeah. Leary and Hera are going to start in a moment. No. It is starting already. So we're going to get there. Golden Stream is going to be the game number 1. And according to what we have seen, Hera, 25 minutes basically beating hard.
Yeah. And that's real life time in between. Let's quickly remind ourselves where we are here. We are in the winner match. So basically, who wins here is directly going into the semifinals, playing in front of hundreds and hundreds of people in the castle main area there on Saturday. Loser gets another chance to play against one of the winners in the elimination match later tomorrow.
And we can talk a little bit about the game because it's starting in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Hera with Persians, Lear with the Armenians in this map.
Gold Stream, obviously we know. Gold in the middle, lots of water. Armenians, crazy good. Best fleet probably in the game. Persians, we've seen Doubt play it as well. And the approach could be a bit more defensive and a mix of like some fire galleys and a mix of then heavy boom, faster working town centers, faster working docks, and probably boom it a bit out. Will be really interesting to see. It feels like Leary should win water and Hera should be dominating and trying to make some moves on land. At least that's what we would predict.
I'm not moving into the game, Nilly, because it's started before the countdown finished, so I believe that it's going to be a restart for some reason, whatever reason. So you think that Leary need to go for the late game?
If Leary gets to the perfect late game, like Halberdiers plus like full water control, it should be really, really good for him, yeah.
Okay, well, let's jump into it because maybe the countdown it wasn't as accurate. So there you go. We're in game number 1. As you can see, guys, Persians versus Armenians. The map is well known because they have played already today. We have a scout opening by Hera, and then Leary with blue. Is he winning already the game because he has the Hera's color? Maybe we should treat the colors. We could do it. Like people like to see Hera as a blue. I mean, we could do it, the magic here, but if they pick those colors, we might respect that, Nelly, or we go for the blue.
I think we keep it like this. Scout opening here from Leary, and Hera is going for scouts as well. Demo opening here against the Fire Galley opening for Leary should survive. Let's see if those villages are maybe in danger.
Okay, for now, we know how's the control, right? The control they have with this scout is insane. Hera basically is the best player in the world controlling these kind of situations, Nelly.
It feels like it, right? The very early game, Hera seems so good.
Oh my god, 3 villages with that demo, as you could see and you could hear even more than see it. 3 villages already down. He took them right away. Look at the population in minute 3. It's Hera in beast mode activated in this tournament.
Looks like he is off to a good start. Look at that 4 villages ahead. Nice gate against the scouts here. And this is the pause that we just saw. And that's why we're not really sure how the situation is. Really good opening for Hera. Scout count, he's ahead. Villager count, he is ahead. Momentum also in his favor.
Yeah, well, you can see the population, and Hera also having the advantage with Persian. Remember that the TC work faster. It's absolutely amazing. Lear is trying to wall all the map, and he's basically wall, only missing the spot here at the back, and this area as well. But do you have any information?
Nope, not really. So it might be something there for the players. Maybe Leary saying, admin, Credini, I used to have villagers on the water here. Now they're all gone. The game is bugged.
You know what we were talking before about the jokes, right?
Oh, sorry, man.
But this time I got it. Well, you can imagine, we were talking previous Red Bull editions. Nelly, it wasn't nothing personal. You make me the jokes, and then it's not that I didn't want to comment. It's just that I didn't get it this time. I got it right away. Okay.
We'll work our way there.
It's okay. Well, but we don't know what is going on. Hopefully, we can get some information soon, and we tell you. Can it snowball badly, or this map is one of those maps that maybe it's not that important, those 3 villages that early?
It is still really important, but we won't see it that quickly, right? Because distance is relatively long, it's easy to wall for Leary, so immediate damage is not really a thing. It will be a delayed thing when it comes to like who reaches Imperial Age earlier, for example.
Okay, the game continues. As you can see, guys, we have a similar military, 5 scouts, 4 scouts, well, now 3 scouts and 3 spearmen. Okay, this is the second dog by Hera, and he's trying to control the map with army. Nearly it makes sense. You have a lot of army and also the Persians' advantage with the economy. He's going to be in a great position.
Double dock opening here.
Yep.
That's a bit of a surprise to me. Goes for galleys, obviously can micro those really well, while Leary himself is going for the fire galley approach. Could be scared of some demos, but no demos around.
There's not any demo at all, and if he get this Hera, he should go some fish. Well, for now he's not getting because he has 2 fire galleys. The 2 spears also going to help a lot. Going back to check what those scouts are trying to find. He's going to find some damage. Honestly, why this is happening all the time? Why you can wall this and then they are walling in circles?
Well, it just feels like it's easier to wall with those villagers a bit closer. You don't really have the vision. Maybe you didn't even see the woodline there, and then it feels more natural. Are those scouts getting in? Yes,
they didn't, and now you can see going around. Who's the hypecaster here?
Sorry, man. Sorry.
It's okay. Don't take my role, man. Anyway, look at that Billy. And now Billy down. It's already 4. He's going to take another. The spear is coming. It's not going to be enough. Has the heal advantage. And that Billy is number 5. Billy down for Leary. This is now a big advantage for Hera.
That's pretty crazy
Really.
here. And those villagers, do they really want to fight? I don't think they want to, but they have to once Spearman is joining the party, but a bit late.
Okay, for now, everything is looking stabilized a little for Leary. He's going to... Oh my god, that's another village that if Hera not is going to take it. That's going to be another village down. No, he lost actually the scout. But here, it's not quick walling. There is 4 villages, not a spear. He's getting all the momentum. The Canadian is getting all the momentum. Another village is 6 villages, double the KD, 12-6. Hera also getting resources to go up. Looking sharp.
Looking sharp. Some action there on the water as well. Fire galleys are pushing those villagers away. At least they try to a bit on this side, but galley numbers are strong enough.
Yeah, and now at home he's still controlling the scout. Less numbers of a scout, but he's on the way to castles. Remember, the TC is also working faster, so it's looking really, really pretty for the Canadian. It's not that Leary is too far from the castle age, and population after all, nearly, it's not that big difference, 51-46.
But still, 6 villagers more. Will be maybe 8 villagers in total if we consider the early up times as well. Hera's in such a commanding position. And also, sometimes we see players, yeah, they're up to castle age earlier, but they sold the stone and then you can't really boom. But Hera, untouched market, really, he can easily add 3 town centers and play for the long game.
And yeah, well, doing that, he's going to feel in comfort zone, basically. We'll know how Hera played in late game with Hussars, with the mobility of those Hussars, and definitely Persian has those units. Okay, for now, the game is stabilized, waiting for the next age, because what you can achieve now is going to try to get the dog, but with 3 fire galleys, he should make some demo, probably. He's bringing the 4 spears. I think with that army, he should put it back. Not really, it's not going. He's not sending the spear. Trying to probably control a little bit now. And see the exploration. Look at the exploration. This is happening because Hera is having the initiative. Leary has explored basically nothing.
Yeah, true. The scouts through the middle. Also, you see, not really the time to scout the sides yet. And Spearman just around there can't really go for the center because the galleys are zoning this one out quite nicely. Doc at only 440 HP.
Wow, and with so many galleys for Hera. Hera is now going to go hit them back all the time. You can see those galleys, good number, and Hera is decent with the micro.
Now even goes for fletching, one more range, one more attack. Nice for him. Fire Galley trying to loop around, not really fighting against those, but Scout's fighting back.
Oh my, and now he's doing a tone center in the middle. Oh, tone center in the middle, so he's getting the advantage already. Resources though for Leary are looking solid. He has a lot of wood. He can make 2 strategies as well, but let's see what is going to be the approach here. He's going to go War Galley upgrade. He's doing War Galley upgrade.
But
So
in that dock, the dock might go down. No, 130 HP.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is really tight. This is really tight.
yeah, he's going to kill
90?
it.
Yeah.
He's going to kill it. No. Yes.
11 HP.
He got
Oh.
it. He got it. I mean, it makes sense. He's not doing any other dock, so second tone center. What is this? A scout. Well, it's lonely there. Anyway, he's going away now with the fire galleys. Hera 8 villages more nearly. Horse collar as well for both players. Bozo. Now, well, that's good for Lear, but the economy advantage is just gonna keep going and going nearly here.
Yeah. 2 eco upgrades soon, 3 on the side for Leary here. But yeah, more villagers, more map control, is playing the controlled game that he wants, has more access to gold. Feels like Hera is ahead in every single regard of the game.
Yeah, and he's now going to control those well. It's light caps versus light caps. So he should try to make some counter-attack, but Hera, it's fully wall, right?
Yeah.
I need to check to confirm, but it's fully wall,
Yeah.
so it's not gonna make any damage. And if there's no hole, nearly, Hera just need to keep going. And in this case, the hole! Well, Mesfrodamos was bad in this situation. Well, not as bad. He's gonna take some damage, no, but at least he's disturbing, right, Nelly?
Okay, yeah.
But
Some
will
other
you
time
go away?
forced. Yeah, just go away. Those still have so much value, right? We could get 1 villager kill. Villagers were already close to the town center. You lose every single light cap. Now, you basically keep the opponent honest. You can block some relics. You get some vision. So really calculated and nice play here for Leary.
Okay.
Another hole. Another hole. Woodline? Man.
No. It's not hole.
Is that all? Okay.
No, it's not whole. You want blood, huh? You want to see the blood here, Nelly?
wouldn't mind, I wouldn't mind.
Okay. So, the situation is 3 TCs for both players. With 12 villages more and person's economy. So it's gonna be 20 villages in no time if you have 3 TCs still, right? So, what is the approach that leaders will do? Obviously, they don't have the full vision like we do.
That's why he is keeping those light cap around, right? He wants to see, okay, are you getting upgrades for your light cap soon? +1 attack and Bloodlines is finishing. And then Lyrine is okay, you want to go cavalry. The switch would naturally be towards halberdiers and then trying to contest water as well. And Hera, big question is, does he really fully want to commit to cavaliers?
Well, we have to remember that the winner of this series is getting where already?
Into the semifinals.
Right away. So the winner of this one is top 4 already in the tournament.
Crazy.
So it's huge. It's really, really huge. And the loser might face tomorrow in a decider, in an elimination match. Well, we have to see who is going to face tomorrow. We don't know yet. But now look at those light caps. With those light caps chasing now Lear, a hand card already for Lear, while Hera doesn't have even wheelbarrow. Well, this is big actually for Lear, Nele.
Yeah, 1,000 more resources collected for Hera though. Those galleys intercepting a bit, light cav running away, and some
warrior
warrior
priests.
priests.
Okay, they are strong.
And now the big fight here, and it feels like those light cav are getting away. And
Yeah, but Hera has 17 army, 6 army for Leary, 21 villages more. Doesn't matter that, yeah, he has all the economy upgrades. Well, Leary is floating resources with 34 farmers and handcart to go up to Imperial.
pretty sick.
If you unqueue those villages, it's basically going up to Imperial. I mean, he's missing one building.
And he's heavily on stone. There will be a castle
Yeah.
trying to contest water for him. But then the big question is, will he have enough control at the sides? Because Persians, they want to make a side attack happen pretty soon. They don't really want to fight Armenians full frontal on water.
Yeah, well, Wilbaro now doing all the average Hera. Leary need the building. I'm trying to find if he's doing the buildings. I don't think he's doing the building, and we might see now how he's trying to click, and he need to rush. And at this
Eight
point,
villager university coming up.
yeah, look at now, another villager down. The university is being built, but we need to check if he's gonna kill more. But he's doing now. Look how long he could be up, nearly. This situation, and you are wasting what? A minute?
Yeah, maybe more.
Yes, maybe more.
And the
Two
light
players.
cap is there. He sees it.
Yeah.
He knows everything about the timing. Now harassment there. Only 3 military for Leary. Oh, this is not pretty. And those villagers might still be low.
Yeah, this is a disaster. This is a disaster for Leary. I think, look at the population, 40 population more. That's 1,600 resources. Come on, go to post-imperial directly, Leary. Man, he's up now. But now, Hera is on the way to imperial. Well, if there was already low chances, what about now?
30 villagers behind. Still no map control. He now lost all the vision as well. This will be a desperate pikeman / halberdier push from the side, but Hera already building a castle in the center as well.
He has full control. I mean, obviously big moment, stage, and when he see that Hera is up to Imperial, he might give up, or you think he's going to try a little bit harder? I'm not sure.
I think Armenians are so good in the late game that Leary at least try to give it a good shot contesting on water. So I think he will continue a bit, try to go a bit into trap war. We will see at least 3-4 docks go up, and then he will reevaluate.
Yeah. Also, well, he might be thinking, oh, I'm going up quick, want to be up faster than my opponent, but he's going to notice how Hera now, with Wargali upgrade already, will have all the upgrades, hand card, gold stat mining, tone watch.
But Hera is going war galleys? Remember, we don't have Botkin. The last range or attack upgrade is not an option for Persian. So if it's full-on Galleon versus Galleon, he's losing heavily. I'm surprised that Hera didn't go for the fast fire ships.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, let's see. I believe that now Leary will... Well, maybe Hera will do also chemistry right away. I don't know. We'll see. 2 dogs. The castle is already there. Buying the resources. Let's see what is the first upgrade both players going to do. Is doing the Cavalier upgrade. The Cavalry upgrade, skill bar and armor. 3 more dogs, Imperial as well.
So demos. This is actually the dream scenario for Leary to allow himself a comeback. I'm like really questioning the choices here that Hera is making. Like now he makes it in 2 demos without the heavy demo upgrade. Goes for ballistics. Like I think the first choices needs to be like bombard cannon, traps. We need to get control over this area.
Well, he's doing now a trebuchet, and those upgrades are not, well, ballistic for the galleys, but as you mentioned, it's giving a good chance. Yeah, the problem is that he needs to do all the upgrade. I mean, he's doing now War Galley upgrade. Berser is going to do now the chemistry. We need to see the galleon, but the resources for Leary are really at the limit. Look at the village different. It's so big.
Yeah, and now we also see some dots at the top. So much map control for Hera. He wants to scout everything out, and he now actually could just focus down the docks. He doesn't need to kill the castles. The docks are the bigger threat at this moment.
Yeah, let's see if he's gonna make it. For now, he's not. And as you can see, very soon, Leo will have better navy than his opponent. He's doing the galleon upgrade. Fast fire ship, okay, and carrying in as well.
Okay. I like the choices here by Hera. Now he realized, okay, this is the army that I need to go for. Gets Botkin still, makes a lot of sense. But fights now on water should be getting better and better for Leary. Can he keep enough docks up though?
Well, he's gonna make more, and now with those galleons, he might be able to do the job. Look at the pikeman. He's ready to counter those light caps. And remember that the light caps don't have a lot of upgrade. Those pikes can help also. The demos is taking now so many of those. Not galleons yet. What happened with the upgrade? He lost it. He lost the dog with the galleon upgrade, really.
Oh, and that takes so much time to realize. Now to tries to dive for the traps. Those 2 are already low HP. Light cap under the castle fire. No real repairs coming. 1 trap down. The second one in danger.
He's not repairing the castle also. And maybe now Lear doesn't notice already that he's not doing the galleon upgrade. And he need it. I mean, it's the advantage he could get now. But no, he's not doing it. Fast fire ship will take everything. Why he's not repairing the castle?
He just feels like he couldn't really deal against the 3 traps and didn't have that much stone. And now it's short distance here against the fast fires. They can close down the distance because there's no more protection for the castle. This is looking really good for Hera.
Yeah, he's doing now the galleon upgrade again. That was 3 minutes ago. We don't see any demos. Remember that demos from Armenians are insane, but you need them. You know?
Yeah.
You need them, and he does have them. Ladies and gentlemen, if Leo is not doing a miracle, and he's not doing that miracle, game number 1 for the Canadian 1-0, super solid.
Yeah, it felt like the advantage was so big for Hera in Feudal Age already, right? And we saw there was no real immediate kill for Hera, but the imp timing was earlier. He could get those upgrades, the traps out earlier, and just the beautiful map control. Nice and controlled game for Hera.
6,000 resources.
Crazy.
And in a, let's say, pretty short game. It's not big.
Yeah.
It's not a really, really long game. Wow. Well, Hera is looking on really good shape, and we didn't talk about the motivation about the Canadian and the motivation for Hera. This is the only big tournament that he's never have won.
Yeah.
So how much motivation he can have right now to take this event?
Yeah, that's true. That is one of the big storylines that basically is following us the whole tournament, right? Hera, the best player in the world right now. I think most people agree on that. Also the best player to never win a Red Bull Wololo. And he's here, he's so hungry. He was so heartbroken to lose the semis in Red Bull 6. He lost to MBL, the crazy set, in Red Bull 5. So it's like, it feels like it's so overdue that he finally wins the Red Bull Wololo.
Really for that, right? And he's showing now against Leary. Leary won also very convincing to his series against ACCM. And, well, 3 games from now for the Canadian, no chance. Oh, they start already. So, Hollow Woodlands is going to be the next one. That is a very different map with what we just saw it. Really aggressive. And what is going to be the civilizations? We're going to...
Well, very short distance, right? So we know instant fighting will be important, and we will see Magyars for Hera, humans for Leary. We just saw humans for the Viper. It was the double archer range opening, went for a lot of archers. Obviously humans, cheaper ranges, cheaper stables, so you can open with 2 of them instantly. Magyars, you typically want to mass a lot of scouts.
Can be similar approach in this map. I mean, this is another aggressive map. I don't see a double TC going. If you go double TC against Hera,
no
we can go for the next series, right? I mean, maybe he's doing, like want to surprise or try something. A douche? Let's go for a douche with the second TC.
Second TC, yeah.
Would be cool,
and lose 25 villagers building it.
Is
Then you don't have
Doubt
villagers
in the
to put
castle?
He is in the castle, yeah.
Well, he talk a lot with Leary, so maybe can happen this kind of a strategy. Oh wow, this is already starting, guys. We don't have time to breathe, guys. We don't have time to breathe. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 2, and look how close the players are with Hera. As we were talking about Hera, and Hera is doing stable. This is Leary. Do you see what happened when you see the color blue? Leary is doing a stable and archery range right away.
Okay, against Hera, who is most likely opening the stable, goes for some spearmen. Opens archery range, keeps 0 villages on gold. So Hera with Magyars will play Spearman Skirm.
Spear skirmishes, but I guess that he will do a transition to the stable, but probably he feels like he's safer to go this approach. For the start?
Yeah, maybe he was anticipating the double archer range opening, and now Leary is scouting the 0 on gold. Also scouted the archer range. Leary should now more focus on scout production than archer production, but you just have the 4 on gold, so just keep the archer range running at the same time.
Let's see what Hera can see. Hera can see for now just the barrack. Going for the wood. Didn't find yet what? Archery range, but he didn't see the stable yet.
Oh, that's so close, man.
Yeah.
Sees only 4 on gold, though. That's not double archery range opening, if you only see 4 on gold.
But doesn't see the stable. So he doesn't know.
But he sees the second scout now.
Okay.
He sees 2 scouts on the left-hand side.
And he's on the wood. He's going to take a villager now. This is the 3rd scout. He's not reacting. This is weird. No reaction. Now he's reacting. Taking 1 villager is the first moment that he's with the advantage, but Lee got some idle TC, so he's kind of compensate that loss. And as we were talking, Hera really going for the stable with 20 villagers on foot only.
4 skirms, 2 spearmen. Those are villagers going down. That's a really good opening for Leary here.
It's a very good opening, and this is what you want when you have this kind of situation. Oh my god, the archers are there. He's going really aggressive, really aggressive. This is so many units, and he's going to the wood, going to the berries. The skirmishers are there just in time, but the skirmishers won't do anything against the scouts.
Yeah, but the scouts are not committing against all those villagers. 1 scout out now for Hera as well. He really needs to catch up in numbers. Has so many resources floating. Look at that. 400 food soon, man.
Yeah, really good. But he's still going a little aggressive as well. He's doing a scout. He has 5 on the field. So that's 6 scout very soon. Well, not anymore. Yeah, I mean...
Bloodlines.
Nearly, you really has to be on point. It's so fast. Every unit, 2 units, can snowball. Look at that. Look at that stable. Sorry, that is spear against the scout. What is this? Another second stable?
Second stable. And I think Leary might be going for the second stable as well. Look at that. He's going for Bloodlines and the +1 attack, so he's even. I wouldn't be surprised to see a second stable. It's so cheap for Cubans.
Yeah, 100 wood, remember, is 50% cheaper. He's going around. Bloodlines already forging full aggro game. In theory, this is the kind of gameplay that Lear has always loved it. Going really, really aggressive. More with the archers, but you know, in this kind of map, it's just about the spamming.
Well, let's see. Archer numbers are still nice here. They are better against the scouts than the skirmishers, but skirmishers better against the archers again. So this will be tricky. Skirm's a bit out of position.
This is a really big battle. Remember that Magiars gets forging for free, so he's getting his skill bar and armor. Now he's getting 1 upgrade more. How is going to be the micro here? The skills are so important because if you lose those archers, then the scouts will have to go back. He's going back. And right now, who has the advantage? Hera has more army, but is this a scout with Bloodlines going to kick in or not, Nelly?
65 HP against 45, but they lost so many HP before, and everything gets cleared up. 2-1 military all of a sudden.
Man, Hera in a total domination mode activated. 17 kills, 10 kills, and those units were with Bloodlines and forging. Now it's skill bar and armor, but for 1 scout, Nelly. 1 scout.
I think he will have to continue producing heavily here. And if it's double stable from Magias, Hera's now in his dream scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. And he has the double stable, as you mentioned. Double stable as well for Leary. The good thing for Leary is that, well, it's a lot of skills, but it's still 5 scouts already. 5 scouts already is amazing. It's really amazing. The army controlled by the Canadian is awesome. And you can see now taking 1 village, this can snowball badly, and maybe, just maybe, if he keep going, we can see a fast ending game. We hope not, but the Canadian want to go sleep and rest for tomorrow, Nelly.
Seems like it. And the big problem here for Leary is his archer numbers are not there anymore. And he wanted to have like 10 archers now, do a lot of damage from distance against the scouts. But so beautifully denied by Hera.
Okay, I was telling rest for tomorrow. No, it's not going to rest for tomorrow. It's qualified. So that's what you want to do tomorrow, really. We don't know. But you can see a scout coming. He's going to deal with those skirmishers. Okay, we'll take it. 200 to score more. And well deserved. Look at the KD, guys. It's absolutely amazing.
Still no Bloodlines, man. If we mess up like 8 against 8 scouts, Leary could be winning fights here.
Yeah, because he has now 7 scouts. He's crazy.
Skirm's out of position.
He's crazy. And now 2 spears. He's coming back. Look at the population. I mean, 3 villages behind. But still, not a single echo upgrade. But this battle now is going to be better for who?
Spearman really good.
All those spears are doing the job. But still, somehow, Hera managed to hold and force him to go back. Not anymore. I think this battle now is for Leary. The scouts are coming. And now, if he takes the skirmishes, he needs to take the skirmishes. 1 village going to hit that. No, this is a really good one for Leary. And as you can see, take everything. What happened in this game?
What a beautiful game. What a beautiful engagement here as well. Even in military count, villagers super close as well. Holy moly, what are we witnessing?
Well, we see third stable. Third is stable by the Canadian. As you can see, confirmed triple stable. Bloodlines now. Not a single upgrade for Leary. Not double attacks even, Nelly.
Hera sold all his stone?
Everything. He sold everything.
Uh-oh.
You know.
That's
He's
no
selling
tower.
everything. No tower. Well, look at the goal he has. I don't know if he has a market. Is this a market? Probably. There you go. That's the market. We're going to check now if Leo is able to make the game snowball. Idle TC for both players. Players that are usually controlling everything. Look how much action. Idle TC.
Yeah, well, if you have triple stable, there's so much food going into scout production. He also did all those upgrades. Look at that. Couldn't even afford a single eco upgrades, Leary here.
Yeah, but now what you do with those resources? You're so close. You go up to castles or you do more and more scouts? Well, he's doing both. Scouts and going to castle it, right? It's crazy. And now he's going to take this one or not? Who's taking this one? He's trying to micro one, but not the other. It's the same upgrades, guys. Now we have all the scouts with the upgrades. And it's so close.
Really close,
It's very, very close. Because those are with very low HP. Taking the heal advantage.
Nice.
Okay, now I need to go back. Gonna take the other. Not really.
Some small harassment in the base of Leary at the same time, but defended quite nicely. Castle is so close.
But how?
Now the walls. That's clever by Leary. He knows, wow, you could go all in here. He now needs the wall, but it's so easy to have holes on this map.
Well, he's now walling a little bit. It's going to be a hole in this area, no. And then he has army. He need to go back. But how this is happening? It was looking so good for a moment. Then Lee make a counter-attack, going up to castles. Well, and not second TC. So they pick the Kumans to go aggressive with the military buildings. Table and archery range saving a lot of wood nearly. And this is a good battle for Leary because he's on the way to castles and more or less the trade is more or less even.
Yeah, that's solid if he's holding this, and it feels like he is. Now the army would need to loop around the right-hand side. More scouts in the queue. Long villager queue here for Hera. Loses some under the town center as well. It feels like Leary might be holding this.
Yeah. I mean, he is still producing now scouts, as you mentioned, as well, so he's still not going up. And the beauty of this map is, you might think, well, Hera is about to go up, but it's not a big map. You're so close. If you are getting 1 minute advantage here, it can be huge. Lances or knights, if you're Leary here?
Oh, that's a really good question. I asked myself the same thing. Obviously, Knight's better when it comes for pound if the Knight can attack, but the step lancers, you're more mobile, you have one range as well. It feels like if you can stack them up, it's so much better. Plus, having the +1 range, you can hit the units behind the trees.
Yeah, that's why I was selecting those areas. You can see how he's gonna deal and take those scouts. It's not a minute, nearly. It's 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes advantage on Castle Age here. How many stables for Leary? 2 stables. Might be a node for now. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do more. Actually, his resources are very low. It's very tight.
Cancelled the last 2 scouts. That was
because he won the Knights.
Yeah. Okay, so goes for Knights initially, and Hera's not queuing up Spearmen. Only 1 now, 2 on the field. I'm a bit scared for Hera.
Now, will you gather the Knight here, a couple of them, or you go right away with the Knights, try to find the damage? Well, for now, Hera, it's walling everything. He's going. He's going.
Out there.
He's going.
No light cav upgrade on the way.
Yeah, because he won the Knights, right? And he's going to have the +2, so those scouts with +2 and few Knights might be probably a not. Obviously, light cav is great, but if you cannot not afford it, he needs to do some damage, because if he's not, we know how Hera controls this army.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Now the Spearman perfectly positioned there to defend against the Scouts. Knights at the left-hand side being chased down by those Scouts and not really finding any picks. This is a nice defense by Hera so far.
Very nice, but it's still 50 seconds. It's still 50 seconds. Will you do now the light gas, or is not needed anymore? Keep producing Knight, but now this is some village going down. He needs to take the Spearman. He's going to take another one. And look at the Echo KD. 11-4 for Leary. 11-4 and killing more.
Absolute madness here. The best player in the world against the best Empire Wars player in the world, and they are throwing everything at each other. Hera about to hit Castle Age pretty soon. 3 stables, but look at his farm economy.
Look at what farm economy, because soon it's not going to be farm economy anymore. He's going to move everything. There's a lot of spears, but those spears, if he's going with a nice +2, they should die. Well, it's +2 attack right away. This is looking good for Leary. He needs producing, don't you think? 8 villages more, and just keep attacking with the Knights. The numbers will be better for Leary all the time.
Yeah, and maybe even humans? Do you want to mix in like 2 camels pretty soon as well? The moment that there's no more spearmen on the field, I think that could really pay off.
Yeah, not for a big transition later, right? But just now, he's just going to counter completely his opponent. He's going to take some more villages. You can see how he's trying to control Hera. He knows that he's really at the limit, right?
Oh boy, and more farmers exposed here. The Knights pushing. Where's the light cav upgrade for Hera? He can't afford it.
Yeah, no resources. As you can see, guys, no resources. I mean, he needs 150 food and 50 gold, and, well, it's not happening. There's still so many Knights, 9 Knights, 3 Knights only for Hera, 3 Knights only, and the +2 armor as well for Leary. Ooh, super intense. He can finish the game, Leary, or not.
Counterattack at the other basement. Let's take a quick look. Scouts are in there. 1 Knight already prepared though.
Their Knight is there, but who's gonna take more here with this counterattack? Hera or Lear that is over all the farms. All the farms are not working, but I love how Hera is always trying to find some damage even if he has to defend.
Yeah, both in the woodlights now. Over here and at the right-hand side, villagers are going down there as well. Hera's trying to push them away. Oh, I think we will see a massive fight soon.
Don't pressure me, nearly. I have only 1 mouse. I cannot be in both sides, so it's impossible. I'm going now to the south, going to the north. It doesn't. Ooh, look at the villager count. Look at the villager count. But the good thing is that Hera keep the numbers, keep the army growing. 9 Knights already, still 14 for him. The monk is very important.
Oh yeah, for
the
healing,
monk is
for defending
really
against the Knight
important.
raids.
Yeah, and for those counter raid that he's sending, you have a couple of monks here, right? And he can do definitely the job. So going back, it's crazy how he keep the numbers. And village numbers, he can stabilize. 8 village difference only with all he killed because he's... Ooh! Those scouts are doing a... How many villages he took? 6 villages.
Sick.
Well,
That's really
yeah,
solid.
it's 4.
Four
but
villagers
2
and
units as well.
some
So
spearmen,
it's very, very good with those 6 scouts. Imagine if it was light caps, And still, in the game, is incredible. 5 population difference only. He resists, He doesn't want to die, of course, and he's holding all the time. Another villager down, and the difference is getting closer and closer. Only 6 now. Is the Canadian now coming back?
Leary knows that he should be ahead in villagers. Yeah, he lost some, but he killed so many earlier, and now he feels like he's mainly defending and freezing 3 knights out, and there's no protection for those villagers. Big fight!
Big fight here. The monk is going to convert. He converted 1 unit. He's going to have another monk. We say that the monks are really important, and the monks and conversions are huge here. It's taking some villages, but now the number is going to drop and drop and drop. For Hera, you can notice he's also raiding in the north. I will check.
Quick wall as well.
Few villages as well, and he's walling here. He's dropping kinda here, those knights. He need to wall this area. He's gonna wall it or not? Why you don't wall? Well, he could, but he still have now a lot of army. And look at now the numbers. It seems that the game is now
everything.
only... Ooh! Why he deleted it for the conversions?
Didn't want
for
to eat the conversions.
Oh man! Oh man! And now the knights are going back. Nili, did you recover the energy already, right?
6 knights against 20 on the field. What a beautiful game we are witnessing here, man. Now healing up some of the low HP knights. Look at that. He sends the high HP knights to the front, low HP ones in the back. Beautiful move by Leary.
Very nice one. We're going to see now what he can achieve here. The Austrian boy, the kid, as I like to call him, the scout is still alive. Forever, man. Forever, but we're going to see the battle because this can be the game. Look at the army numbers. Look at the village. 46, 45, 30 village. This is probably the game. Is taking absolutely everything, and Leary is going to force game number 3. At least that Hera is doing a miracle, and this has to be a miracle because the Canadian is kind of defeated here. It's impossible. Game number 3, deciders. Nearly, this is what we want. Close series with a lot of action, and we want these kind of Empire Wars, full of aggression.
Did Hera not see it? Because he now is reacting. I'm a bit surprised here, and we get the game number 3 that we were deserving.
Well, I like that APM. You and me together don't reach the... well, let's on the topic. Incredible game.
45 scout maximum here as well for Hera. On the other side, 31 knights for Leary.
30 scout. It's crazy how this game has developed.
Yeah.
It was looking at some point that, 2-0 fast, and then you start to produce again, and it's crazy with no boom at all. Look at the upgrades for Leary. Double attacks.
On the way to Castle Age only, right?
That's it.
Pretty crazy. And Hera, look at that. Resource collected was even. And he was down 10, 12 villages most of the game.
Wow. But look at this. And this is so important in the battles. He has almost 2,000 more gold using the market, monks, doing the knights as well, that is more expensive. And if you keep almost the same food, but you have this amount of gold, it's huge. And that's why he could afford that many knights at the end. He was having more wood, but well. Oof, that was wild. That was really, really wild. And I don't have to say, hopefully, guys, you have to enjoy. Because if you don't enjoy with this game, cuckoo. Okay. I promise I didn't say him to say that, They're
already in the 3rd game, man. So
already?
Yeah. They are here for blood, apparently.
Okay.
And yeah, it's going to be an absolute banger there. Let's remind ourselves, 1 single game away from a semi-final appearance. Cliffbound. They're so close to each other, very tiny map, and we will have Incas and Saracens, civilizations that we thought we would never see because those are such incredible strong civilizations, and we have 4 bans each. We would have thought all the strong civs would always be banned, but this is peak Age of Empires.
How is possible?
2 of the best players, 2 of the best civs.
Lear with the Saracens, Hera with Incas, and then the question has to be very, very quick. We know the power of that market, but please tell me, what civilization you prefer in a map like this? Sorry.
It feels like Saracens, but it might be the best Civ against the second best Civ on this map. Like Inca's cheaper military units, Saracens, the crazy market, you generate more resources there, and this will be a bloodbath. And look at that early market.
Well, it's kinda expected, but you know how important this game is. People probably is not aware how important this match is for these players, because one is already in the top 4, is direct to Saturday, and don't have the pressure of tomorrow, you know. But well, for now, Leary is exploring. As you can see.
We need to point out, Hera pulled every single villager away from gold. So this is a spearman skirm play against Leary, who's playing full scout.
He's going forward. He's going forward.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
it's going
What year is
forward.
it? Inca Villager Rush!
Cavalier Ras or Tower Ras? No! Not Tower Ras. Well,
He
No, no.
placed one tower already. He's going for it.
okay.
And Leary, he sold all his stone, so he can't build a counter tower. He
Wow.
needs to have stone in the, gold in the bank to buy himself a tower back.
Wanna bet that he's gonna make it? He's selling everything and now he's gonna buy a game back.
Yeah, he has
he's not
to.
expecting this. Did you expect this? This is not the usual gameplay from Hera, but this is not a normal map. It's not a normal mode that they are used to play all the time. And here we are. I'm going to go to his point of view, fog of war, and he can see everything. So
No reaction.
No reaction.
He's pulling villagers.
He's
He's pulling the villagers!
Ooh, he's sending everything.
Spearman.
He's sending everything, but he's only but he has so many scouts. He's gonna try to take the tower. It's gonna be so huge battle here. And those villages don't have any upgrade, remember?
Chopping
Don't have
wood.
any upgrade, and he's gonna take it. The towers are usually very weak. He's gonna take the tower down or not.
There's some small hill advantage as well. I think he might even need to pull more villagers. One more villager from the left-hand side. Spearmen and skirms, not that crazy good against villagers. Those archers popping out on the wrong side. Oh, this is messy.
This is really, really messy. We want to see a very aggressive game, and we have a very aggressive game and crazy. What we don't know if it's gonna be a really quick one for now. KKT is only 0-1 with all this madness. He's gonna be 0-2 now. There's still a lot of schemes, but the scout, the counterattacks will be here. Maybe he should attack Hera's base. I don't know what you think. 3 villains down already. He took the tower. It is worth it for Leary,
I think that's fine for Leary.
right?
I think it's fine for Leary. Hera behind
Because
us
now-
had so much idle CC time as well. Villagers are even.
Oh man, and look at now. Yes, exactly, because all those villains that are, how many? 6 villains not working all the
I think
time.
Scouts might be low HP. Let's take a look. One spearman alone could be really good here. And Archer joins the party now. How many villagers is Hera going to lose?
Let's see, because now one is down, but those spears are doing a massive damage, and those spears nearly has +1 armor as well. Plus
Wow.
1 armor, so this is very strong. 4 army, 9 army, 1 village different Ole. Who is taking this damn game?
Why are we fighting with villagers here, man? Why are they out there?
I don't
They
know.
could have ran maybe 1, 2, could have been saved. He feels like, okay, I'm taking so much damage anyways. Maybe fighting with them is the better option. Leary now tries to wall, tries to stabilize with this game. Hera continues with aggression. I wouldn't be surprised if he collects 12 stone and builds another tower.
Exactly, I was about to say that. I don't know if he has the market. Let's go for all full visible here. Now this economy is starting to look smoother. We have quite a lot of farms here. But remember, the Saracens' power, they are crazy.
Skirms out of
Because-
position. Where are the spearmen to protect?
What happened? The archers are now coming. You have to be careful. He's gonna take this one. He has the hill, but the archers are there. If he take those spears, the scout will do the job.
Really
His
nice fight.
armor now.
Gets bloodlines again really early. Won him last game potentially. But next tower, where are we building it here for Hera?
Yeah, well, after what we saw in the previous game, in the same spot. In the same spot. Don't you think that here Lear is being a little bit greedy? Why not just to make a tower yourself?
Well, he didn't have the gold to buy it. He's now
Yeah.
pushing some villagers again. Bloodlines only for 2 low HP scouts. Interesting that he wants to take this engagement again. Also interesting that he doesn't go for any skirmishers. Oi, 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 oi.
Wow, those are amazing micro with those spearmen. The tower is up, the archers need to deal, but the skirmishers are there. The tower is also up. I really believe that Hera is taking the game. I don't know if I'm talking too fast, because this is... I'm talking too fast.
Taking down the tower here most likely. But yeah, military numbers are not looking too pretty. More repair. Remember that every single time Hera has those villagers at the front, he's not collecting resources.
Yeah, that's really important to point out. It's true that he still have 400 resources more. Another tower down. I think I have seen this before in the game.
Yeah.
Deja vu. Deja vu. Well,
And he should be going for it again. Just
come
waiting for
on,
some
another
wood.
tower. I mean...
It makes sense. It makes sense.
This is a live game?
5
It's a
villagers
replay,
lead
man.
for Hera now.
Okay.
Killed 8 already. That's massive. But Scout's
8.
second stable. But full spearman production. Armor, as you said earlier, 5 spearmen are just so good. And Leary gives up this position, moves away with the villagers.
Yeah, and he's going where?
Oh god, he had the same gold and stone in the back this whole time!
What happened here, man? He's got here the gold and the stone with 1 minigun for both, and he's losing 8 villages with 2 towers. Is he going crazy or what?
I have no idea why he took this choice. Maybe he didn't see it, right? Maybe
We didn't see it, so
we didn't see it either, yeah. We'll lose 1 stable. Now let's see if he can use those scouts. He is scaling into the better army in the sense that he's going full archers and bloodline scouts, which is really strong in feudal age.
Yes, he's gonna take some villages now. That's really great. The population, all being said, it's okay. Like really okay. 2 villages only difference, you know. And with the Saracens market can be all really tricky. Well, he's gonna take that one. Now he's buying stone and gold. He could do a tower if he's coming, but let's see what he's gonna do with those scouts. Those are fully upgraded. He's doing now the market. But the resources for the Canadian is starting to be scary. So what he should do Leary now? Full army, non-stop? Oh man, another tower.
I think he's just going castle age.
Okay.
Ooh, that's an interesting tower. It does not achieve much except protecting the first tower.
Well, he's tower dependent now, so he canceled it.
He
Cancel it. He cancel it. He'll listen you. He'll listen to you, and now you have to be careful. The Canadian is about to go up. Resources for Lear are not terrible, and it's not terrible because with Saracens, those are 20 seconds, and then you go up. Look at those resources.
Okay, next building there for Hera. Is it another barracks? It has to be, right? And full.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, well, most likely the switch into full eagles. Now the big question mark, Leary, what are you going for? Are you trying to make something happen with the crossbow timing? I think it might just be full knights from Saracens.
Yeah, let's see what is going to happen. Still 2 minutes to reach the castle age. Let's go to Lear, what he has. Not the best farming here, but he's just going to use the market again. He's going to sell now the resources and we'll go castle age. It's a minute difference. Can achieve her here big advantage with that minute. It's already 3 barracks, I believe. Let me click. Yes.
What about Mamelukes?
Oh, moly. You take everything.
Mamelukes are incredibly good against eagles. You protect a lot of area on a tight map. He already has 9 villages on stone. He's continuing to build some archers, which surprises me. But that will be some nice aggression first. Oh, forces another tower.
Yeah, but I like this because he's coming with the archers, he's forcing the tower. Now he might take the spear. This can take some villages. This is dangerous. He's gonna take villages. The spears is gonna be exposed with those archers. How many villages is gonna take it? The spears are going to go down. The scouts are fully upgraded. Well, missing the +1 armor, but he's still doing the damage. How many he took? Well, Echo KD 9-8.
That's really solid.
9-8.
That was so
and
much
look
value.
at the village numbers now.
Yeah, that was
What's
so much
going
value
on?
there for Leary in an army that he doesn't really need anymore. Yeah, he goes for another scout. No, even cancelled that one as well. This screams Mamelukes.
It has to be. They eat the eagles.
Yeah.
They eat the eagles. But the best is that you make the castle here.
But he's still open. Man, we need some protection against the eagles first.
When he's walling.
Oh boy.
Lear never walled, you know, and now he's not walling. Billy's on the TC. You have to wall somehow. He's not walling 30 seconds. The eagles are going to be eagle warriors. With the squire, it's going to be quicker as well. The tower is there, but the timing, the momentum is for who now? Well,
Clearly for Hera, and this will be open woodlines. Magical quick walls are needed in the back there, unless Leary is accepting those villager losses. Not taking the best care of
castle
those builds.
exactly in the spot we were mentioning, close to the town center. The Mamelukes are not good, no, are amazing. This game is not crowded, so might take 1 or 2 villages, but the problem is that those eagles are taking 1, 2 villages. Is this open? No, the tower is there, might be able to hold. But well, this map is a 1TC1, and the village difference is only 2 at the end.
That's
This
a lot of
castle-
harassment. That's a
Yes.
lot of villagers building this in the town center as well. This is not pretty.
There's
Yes.
a knight. Okay, he's taking out the eagles. But here, losing all that army also matters a lot. The castle will be up. How is still going with those eagles? He's going to take another villager now. He's 14-9, but we have seen in the previous game and this one how this doesn't really matter too much. Look at the army numbers. That's the problem here. Like, what you do now with those eagles if he has knights and Mamelukes? He needs monks himself. And he's doing
Is going for the monastery. Makes a lot of sense. Mamelukes themselves not great against monks, so we might see some more scouts mixed in the future. Leary's still heavily on stone. Don't think that he's going for a second castle. More likely that he's selling the stone, but another raid here. Leary sees it early enough, but those villagers are still unprotected.
Yeah, The Mamelukes are coming. It still doesn't have many. He has only 2. The Mamelukes are there. The Knights are coming as well. Still taking some villages. He needs to stop this harassment, as you mentioned, because if not, he's going to lose a lot. But the problem here for Hera is that this army is going to take all the Eagles and the Mamelukes. Is this enough damage?
I think Hera has to be happy with this. I think he killed at least 4 or 5 villagers here, so much destruction.
more.
And he's killing more.
Yeah, or more, exactly. It's taking a lot, really a lot. But population, look at the army numbers here. It's kind of snowballed so badly in this map, because now if he's going forward with the Mamelukes and you take the monks, you kill everything. I mean, look, everything is open as well here, exposed. It's so tricky, this map, Nele.
Yeah, but
And
still,
husbandry, woo.
you can't really attack with 3-4 Mamelukes if the opponent has 2 monks at home.
Yeah, correct, correct. Well, he should do some light up maybe. Well,
It's
if
so
he
tough
gets
to afford.
resources,
Yeah,
get
yeah, it's
resources,
tricky
because
to
right now
afford this, yeah.
it's okay. We're gonna see the battle. It's 11 villages more, but the problem here is like, are you gonna be booming now, or Hera need to keep producing army? And look at the score. At some point, and when you are in this kind of a state and really, really important, it might matter. See that Leo is also with the score lead. Like you might be scared a little.
Yeah, true. And you know, wow, I killed so many villagers
And it's still ahead.
Still the score lead against me. That might be troubling for you for sure.
Okay, we see now, and also the archers. He can send the archers to snipe the
Oh, yeah,
monks.
the monks, too.
The monks, you know, and the crazy Mamelukes. He has monks as well. Relics will be really. Ooh, he's going for the TC. I think he need more army, Hera. I don't know what you think. I think he need more army.
It's tricky. Oh,
It's
but
very
those-
tricky, but
that's
this
a lot
is
of
now.
exposed villagers.
Oh my God! He has the tower, and village is gonna be down. This is crazy game already. 11 villages more, yes, but now try to deal with this army. The tower is there, but those Mamelukes got what? Not so many upgrades, Nelly. Only 14, and then the tower might do some damage in them. No, man, look at the damage they got. Almost didn't take any.
Devotion now finished for Leary, so will resist those conversions a bit longer. Still can't really sit under those. It feels like Lightcav is the natural next step, man.
Yeah, but he has 4 on wood, 13 on foot,
He
at
right.
home, taking the raid again. Well, he's not walling anything. When you are in this kind of situation, these raids are destruction to Lear's economy. Like destruction, even more when you have to base so much in your goal. You know, like your economy is the goal with the Saracens here. And he lost again 2-3 villages more. It's 14 villages different. Now it's going to raid, okay.
Oh, he's
but the
jumping.
monks are there. No, he can't. Remember, guys, that the range for those Mamelukes is 3.
Yeah.
So the monks are going to deal really fine against that. And the Eagles are coming again. So many raids. Ooh, the score is still so close, but this is huge now. It's really, really big. It's going to take those Eagles with the Mamelukes. Those Mamelukes hold so long. But no, now the rating is brutal. Why he's not walling a little bit more? Like, you need to wall this area to make it at least go around. It's not that difficult to wall, actually.
Yeah, I think late Feudal Age wall was a bit tricky because he was still facing like 8 skirmishers and all those eagles, so this was tricky. Oh, I think he's in the woodline at the left, man. Oh,
Yeah, but he passed.
out.
He
What?
passed, and he didn't notice.
Monks on the other side,
both didn't
man.
notice, but like, oh, he took it. Well, because he was taking this.
Yeah,
Hera
yeah,
was
yeah.
taking himself this one, and then he lose those. That's why he can snowball a little. Those Mamelukes need something else. Obviously, guys, you see 20 villages more, and you feel, oh, Hera has a big advantage. But you can kill here so many villages so fast. Look, for example, 1 down, 2 down, and you can take everything. Everything with those Mamelukes. If he micro properly, all the Eagles will be down. It's so tricky. Look at the army number again. Obviously, you need a minimum economy, and the archers are coming.
the archers
Oh,
for
man.
the monks. Oh, that's so smart by Leary. And now he can jump.
Now
Just
he
kill
can
the monks.
jump, gonna kill the monks, gonna take the monks. Now with the Mamelukes, he's gonna take everything. He converted the Mameluke, he did it. This is huge. For who? Well, Hera still have a really big score lead, economy lead, sorry, but the army is much stronger now for Leary.
Is Hera out of gold? He has 11 on gold, but that might be a bit backed. Okay, no,
he's
he still
fine,
has a
he's
solid
fine,
spot
he's
there.
fine.
Okay. And now the full switch into...
Slingers. Has to be? No?
Why?
Well, I don't know. What he's gonna do? Crossbows?
Yeah, crossbow.
Okay.
Slingers is mainly an anti-infantry unit, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And the crossbows,
But-
you can zone out the opponent
Okay.
from distance. He's tacking into
And
it
ballistic
as well.
with it, yeah,
He's
yeah.
getting ballistics. And Hera, obviously, we know how strong he is. Oh, nice move again by Leary, sending those low HP Mamelukes back. And we'll see Hera expand, but the aggression continues. I think the next step for Leary is actually forward Siege Workshop.
Or forward castle.
Oh yeah. Oh
the-
yeah. Yes, for its
the
own.
forward castle on his own because he's the only choice. He
boy.
need to make a big push, otherwise it's going to be tricky. But now more villages going down. 1, 2. Oh, he knows that he has to attack. Leon knows. Leon knows that he need to make a big aggression. He see it. You can see how he is still using the market a lot. Chain Barding armor. If he doesn't convert, these Mamelukes are now untouchable.
15 on the field. Even goes for the second armor upgrade. Interesting.
Nah, Leo need nearly a castle here.
That would be crazy. Or actually a bit further down, next to the archer ranges. Is that an option? The front. It feels more natural. But this will be tricky. 4 monks on the field with Sanctity.
Yeah,
Ooh, I think
he has to be there. It has to be there. He knows that he's behind with. But the problem is again the score, right?
I think the game will be decided within the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, probably. He's with ballistic, those crossbows. He has 600 stone. This is getting more and more intense. 4 tone centers. 4 tone centers for Hera. Still have great economy. He's expanding really well. But look at the KD, please, Nelly.
Massive, massive. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. 111.62. Obviously, Hera has the advantage with the Echo KD. Quantity or quality. Well, in this case, the quality matters here. Is taking now that conversion, even with devotion, taking another one. Now he's gonna take this Mamaluk. It's +2, but the crossbows now are doing the job. How many he got? Well, 13 crossbows with ballistic and Botkin might be a note to deal with those Mamalukes +2, Nilly.
So nicely zoned out here. Hera really on point with his micro. And it looked like Leary was sending villagers in the center, but now has to go back. Indeed. Oi, oi, oi. Misjudged the army amount of Hera.
Yeah, maybe he need a siege workshop, but he's with 6 villages on wood, not economy uppers. Now wheelbarrow. Hera is mining stone. He might do a castle defensive at home even at some point. And Hera has so many units now. With this army, Leary can't go forward.
Yeah. Crazy switch. And Leary, all those resources are now dead resources. Right? He wants to take a big engagement. He wants to build the forward castle. But Hera just set himself up so nicely. If you're a Leary fan, don't look at the overall population.
Yeah, that's what looks good. The score is still switching again, but the score is tricky and kinda lying right now. Thambrin even. Well, I think Hera knows exactly what's going on right now. Feel comfortable, no?
It feels like the score is so misleading.
Yeah, but
If he looks at the score, he might think that Leary is 2, maybe even 3 TCs himself.
yeah, but well,
Or does he realize, wow, it's mainly the KD that put us into the score position?
I think so because Incas also he's spamming a lot, he's losing a lot, which is kinda normal in this situation against those Mamelukes. We'll see. He is still with the stone to drop the castle, and he's not doing it. I think he wants to do it. That's why he's clearing more and more. But he needs the siege. He needs some siege. There's no redemption for Hera, and well, Mamelukes, more crossbows. Oh boy.
Leary, he doesn't really know what to do with the second group right now. More archer ranges. Doesn't he have like 4 archer ranges? Really
I think
wants
he
to go
has
up to
now.
6.
I think he has now.
3 + 2 soon.
Yes, 5 already. As you guys can. Castle
That is so good.
controlling the map. This is beautiful for Hera. This is really beautiful because right now he was trying to go again. But the problem is that Leo will never have the resources to go up to Imperial, while Hera is about to get there. He has 25 farmers. He's going to make the castle. He's going to protect all this area, which is basically give all the map control with those resources, and those archers get all the upgrades. This might be the moment of the game when he see that the castle is there. Leo is trying to do the castle. He's doing the castle there, but this is massive for the Canadian. Look at the score. But the most important, look at those crows with the castle behind this.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful engagement here for Hera. Conversions were in there as well. Now killing the monks of Leary behind this. Mameluke count basically completely reset here. Population soon double of his opponent. And the castles might both go up. Or the second one as well. But then imp timing just will be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it's really big. The castle will be up. It's true that with this castle now he put him away from the gold and the stone. But Hera is on the way to him. Down! 99.32%. The castle is not up, and now Leo will call the GG because he lost everything, and he lost everything. Dowd, we love you, but not now. 2-1 for Hera, who is already in the semi-finals in a brutal Empire War series.
Yeah.
More
and-
Empire Wars than ever, I would say. Full aggression the last 2 games.
Yeah. They're absolutely beautiful games. And Hera, that was a beautiful game plan. He knew what the standard approach of the Saracen is, the stable, the market there. He scouted the gold and instantly went for the aggression. Nice early upgrade there for his spearmen. Some skirmishes. Pulled everything away from gold. Absolutely crazy move. And Leary, with the early bloodlines, couldn't really take the fights. Counter tower is something we wanted to see, but honestly, I'm not sure if that's so pretty, because then you need to fight with the tower next to you, the opponent's tower, and next to your gold. It's kind of what Hera wants as well.
We have to wait today to be broadcasting, but it's worth in the waiting, huh? It's worth in the waiting. Hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed. And we might have a small surprise, if I'm not mistaken, for the viewers soon. I hope so. That we're going to have a small surprise. So maybe we're going to have someone with us here.
That would be nice.
It's possible, You can imagine who can be, right? Are you guessing who can be? Because people want to see the casters, yes, but probably they want to see someone else.
Okay, well, then I will hand it over to you, and just take it over.
Has been a long day, a kind of stressful day for the technical problems, but Mr. Hera, already after all this long day in the semifinals with this series against Leo, congratulations. How you feel about that?
Thank you very much. I feel really good and I feel relieved. But that was a really, really good set. So I'm kind of like still feeling.
It is shaking a little bit. It is shaking a little bit. I can confirm.
Exactly.
I can confirm. Well, relax. You can breathe now, because people might believe, well, Hera, many people, the number 1 player in the world, Red Bull Wololo, you would have not taken this title. A lot of pressure. So for you, or not, how you are handling this situation?
Definitely a lot of pressure going into the tournament. I think it's like, if it was random map, I feel like I'd be much more confident. But Red Bull, I've never really won a Red Bull, and I haven't come close in the last couple, like in the LAN events. So I feel some pressure on me, but I also feel some excitement, and I'm really happy to just be playing at another castle. It's kind of just an amazing experience. So it's more like just a little bit nervous, but more like excited.
We can feel it.
Yeah.
We can feel it both. We can feel it both. And also against Leary, because Leary at the end has been, except one event, in all the finals, basically, if I'm not mistaken. Won 2 titles, 3 or 4 times second. It's an extra feeling like, okay, in, let's say, best tournament for Leary, you take it in a very convincing series.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. I think the series was quite close. I'm looking at the Vil count. I thought he had more at the end there. But I would say that Leary is by far the best Empire War player at the moment, like overall, if you look at it just holistically. So yeah, this is just like one of the hardest series, basically.
I was talking with Nelly, and now he's cheating, guys. He's cheating because we have here the statistics, so he knows he can comment the game live with me. But I was talking with Nelly that in this game specifically, in the last one, since the score is super close, you see that the difference is big. But well, there was a Doubt Castle, Doubt always with us, Were you feeling that when you transitioned to the archers, to the archery range, that you were having the control, or you were still feeling, oh, maybe he has more tone sentence? Nelly was thinking, maybe Hera thinks that he has more TC. You thought that he got more economy as well?
Yeah, I thought he was on like 3 TC by then. I knew I had an economy lead, that was not an issue, but I thought it was a lot closer Vil count wise. So I just wanted to get a castle and then rush the imp, so I'm not like behind on any tech. But yeah, the fact that he was on 1 TC just makes the disparity between my imp timing and his even greater.
How people is going to enjoy. We can move on, you can relax. How people, the viewers that are watching, how they are going to enjoy when they come to the castle. Because we got some problems, but I think they're going to get even more hype tomorrow, because Heidelberg was great. It was great. But how do you feel about this one?
So I've been telling people that have been asking me about that. It's like Heidelberg Castle is like fantastic, but we had only like a couple rooms in the castle. Here we have the entire castle.
We kicked them all.
We kicked everyone else out. We're in the center.
Bye-bye.
You got the banners, you got the stage, you got like the playing area, the viewing area. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. Those coming, very, very lucky, very fortunate. Those at home, there's going to be a lot of behind the scenes content, of course, and people will, kind of be able to feel like they're part of it nonetheless. So
if you can take a ticket for tomorrow, there is some available. What are you doing? Take it. Come here. You will see. It's really, 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 really cool, and we're gonna show you a lot more tomorrow. Do you have any preference for the semifinals, or you're gonna be chilling now and obviously preparing because you think that he doesn't prepare? Oh my God! I'm seeing him for the first time today.
I have a day off tomorrow, so I'm actually really happy about that. I can kind of chill. I can cast like you, man. I can just relax.
Do you want to kick me also for the casting? I didn't cast
Um,
today, man. Let me cast with the crowd.
I'll
you
give
know?
you one with the crowd. Then
Okay,
maybe
okay. I will play for you in the semifinals. You don't feel okay? Let's keep going.
BF is not in the map pool. I wouldn't trust you with that.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna have a rest day tomorrow, and I'm really excited for the rest of the tournament.
Well,
Really excited.
guys, Hera in the semifinals. Congratulations.
Thank
Take care and enjoy. Take care, man. Well, guys, we will take a small break and we will be right back with, if I'm not mistaken, the Viper versus Sebastian. It's gonna be a great one, guys. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, here we are with the Viper versus Sebastian, Nelly, and me. We're gonna see the Snake versus a player that I was talking yesterday, and I asked him, sorry, Sebastian, I'm gonna spoil you. What is your goal here? And he said, I want to win. Like this. When someone that is the first time here saw this security, this mentality, you as a player as well, you only gonna feel, if you have to face these kind of players, you have to feel scary.
That's really surprising to me, actually. Incredibly young player. Not the greatest accomplishments yet in S-tier tournaments, right? He just came off 2 wins from A-tier tournaments, which is like crazy good. But we haven't seen him on the big stage. He was the biggest question mark for me. But beating Tato in the opening match...
Current champion? The
Yeah.
last champion, let's say.
That's absolutely sick, and I'm so excited for this matchup because it feels a bit like the excitement that I normally get from like Leary versus Stout, the clash of two styles, right? It feels like Viper, slow, strategic, tries to set up the games, and Sebastian like in your face, army, aggression, and we've also seen it in the map picks. Golden Stream for the Viper, and we've seen Hollow Woodlands for Sebastian. So like it's shaping up to be a great set.
Well, I'm sorry, but I know who is going to win. The player who get yellow color.
Okay. Well,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Both
okay,
love the
right.
yellow. I go with that guy. Do you think this Sebastian... This is also a question of character, you know? The GOAT for many people, the Viper, maybe he's going to say, you take the yellow. You think Sebastian is going to, let's say, like in a gentleman way, you take the yellow, I can go other color, or not?
We have it in the rule book. Higher seed, I think.
So then Viper will take yellow.
Can I get
People gonna
on
say-
the other screen to give you the?
Is there?
But like
I have only this one. Is this one?
Are those two independent PCs?
Yeah, it's independent. Yes, this is one.
Well, then
you know?
I need to probably join the game via here.
Yes.
No, what?
No. The game is showing only here. It's only here. What you wanted to check there? What you wanted to check there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
you see?
I just wanted to tell you that they remade the game.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
it's there. It's there.
I
It's
tried
only
to
there.
help, but
It's only there.
Not
It's
wanted.
okay. By the way, hopefully, guys, that now the sound is gonna be a little bit better. We know that today is not the perfect setup. We know, but don't worry, that's gonna make the things even better for tomorrow. So, but we tried. I hopefully now it's not gonna pick.
let's
as
maybe
it
talk
was.
a bit about what awaits us the next
Yeah.
days, right?
Let's go.
We have hundreds of people. They're in the center of the castle. Like Heidelberg was beautiful, but this is another level. It's like we have the full castle, like people running around on all the pillars everywhere. It's like full of like Red Bull gadgets, like massive amount of fans, crazy stage, the sickest shots, like all the equipment that we have prepared. I think like the next days and especially the weekend will be something we have never seen in Age of Empires before.
It's gonna be really, really cool, and we're not gonna be like in this kind of a room like you see here. No. We're gonna be in the outside casting as well, you know. And ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go with the first game that is gonna be this
Sandrift as the
Sandrift
opener.
map. Oh,
Something we
wow.
didn't see a lot. So I think it is the map that we've seen the least in preparation. Got some changes now. It feels improved after the feedback of the players. Kind of a wally map, lots of sand. We can't really farm around our town center. That's why we've seen Khmer a lot when it was played. And Viper drafted Khmer here quite early. And it feels like we are struggling to jump into the game. No, it actually is Magyar's Vietnamese.
Yeah.
So Khmer was drafted, but we did not get it. That is a bit of a surprise to me. We also have the crazy draft starting tomorrow. Ooh.
Well, you don't know how it's going to be, and you're gonna enjoy a lot. We're not gonna give a lot of details about that. You know, we are trying to get into the game. We have Magyars and Vietnam. They are in the countdown, so it's no problem. We're gonna start in a second. And in this map, Magyars or Vietnamese?
I think it's too easy to wall. That's why I like Vietnamese a bit more. Right? We have the woodline surrounding there. Also, Magyars, you kind of want to go... maybe it's just full CA from both players, and then you have more HP versus faster production. Maybe we can get into recurve bow, +1 attack, +1 range later on for Magyars. I think it will be a full CA fest, maybe even with a market play. Feels pretty likely to me. And the Viper against Sebastian. What's your prediction?
Oof, who has the color? Well, I have to stick to the color. I mean, I'm sorry. What I said, I'm going with the yellow color. Fanboys, we go. And then Vietnam, yellow the Viper. You know what I mean? Yellow the Viper. And then against Sebastian. It's a blue Magyar, but obviously he's joking a little bit. We are already in the game, and you can see how the opening is clear. I mean, Magyars, and in a map like this, that you are not that close like the previous game, it has to be a scouts.
Double archer range by the Viper. That's a bit of a surprise. Typically we open one archer range and then try to wall behind this. And as you can see, lots of wood lines here at the bottom will create some natural walls. Just one easy wall here, one easy wall here, and we're already walling the top. It feels like Viper in a good spot to be fully walled.
Yeah, and Vietnam has also a nice bonus for the economy. Remember, wood, 0. You don't need to spend any wood in those. And the average, for example, you do wheelbarrow, is going to be 100% quicker. So he's really, really fast.
And that's actually important in Empire Wars because you start with 200 wood. In archer range costs 175 wood. So typically the 50 wood, you can't even get that quickly, the first wood upgrade.
Yeah, that's why probably the double archery range make even more sense here. You are saving those resources, so you can afford it, you can spend it. 12 army, 8 army, that's quite a lot of army for the Viper. Let me check really quick how is the wall process. Look how easy wall here. Nelly, very nice. Also, he can wall this area, and then he will be fully walled.
It's still a stable. I think Viper's going for a sneaky stable further in the back. He goes for the attack.
Yeah,
stable there.
it's fair.
And that's open, gets the house, gets the palisade. Really important to get a lot of HP on those. Only 3 skirmishers. Viper's counterattack could be nice. Let's take a look if Sebastian is walled at the same time.
I'm
House
going to
maybe,
go
how much
bad.
HP?
I'm going to bad.
No!
But I can't go. For that reason, I was staying here because you said about the HP. The HP didn't happen, and this is many, many scouts. He's taking 2 villages with forging, so the villages are going down really fast. The archer is going to be down. He forced him to make a tower. That was a perfect position for the snake, but that house going down, it's costing him a lot.
Viper
Look at the
in on the other
KD,
side.
and the Viper is now with the counter attack, but he see immediately the problem is Bill is down. Bill is idle, sorry, and now forcing the tower in the farms, but he's creating a lot of chaos as well. And the Echo KD now 2-2. So at the end, who got a better trade here? I honestly think that is probably the Viper because now he forced that tower and he put him out of the goal. And the farmers are in danger as well. I don't know what you think.
But it's +1/+1 on the skirms already. Villagers have to fight here. That's not too pretty for the Viper, so that might be some more losses. And it feels like Sebastian with like 4 or 5 skirms at home, he might even clear up Viper's army. While it's way tougher for the Viper to clear up this.
This is so hard. This is really so hard. The snake is in problems. Look at those scouts. The scouts got bloodlines, remember, and those villages are going down. How many? Well, 3-4. At the end, he managed to hold with the village. Nah, it's already 5. Okay, but well, thanks God that he counterattack here, right? Because if not, it will be a big problem. And population is even more for the Viper.
Okay, 2 villagers behind the Viper, but cleared up a lot of the army. I don't think Viper will be too unhappy. This might be the spot where he thinks, okay, we are both walled. You have a lot of skirmishers at home. I produce 2-3 more scouts, then go to Castle Age, and then reach Castle Age with 30 crossbows.
Yeah, I think that's his probably his plan. He has so many. He has so many already. 13.
Oh, he was
so
behind.
many already. Yeah, it's crazy.
But he will open again.
Yeah.
That's like, what?
Yeah, well, he need to palisade, but let's see if he's gonna make it. He has the market already. He's starting to use the market, of course. He can't make any damage here, Sebastian. How is his farming?
Oh, that's pretty.
I don't dislike, right? Oh, man. Thank you. Okay, look at those. Was it for me?
That was for you, man.
Okay, thank you. Again. And now look at those scouts. He has to be careful. That's where's the farm from? This is the farm from Viper.
3 on food.
This is the. You don't kiss Viper, right? Man, what is this? Look at the farming he has. It's crazy. And then you see this and think, okay, you might be with less population, have the military, but this is huge food income. But then you check resources collected and look. More for the Viper. Well, market 20 on gold.
Yeah, that's sick.
Oh my
Absolutely
God.
sick. And he's adding more farms to the front.
Yeah.
So if he ever loses control of this area, he's kind of dead.
Yeah, in troubles. Going to go to the... What is this? More stables, market, skill guard and armor. Wow, Sebastian is going more army.
Oh.
He's going more army. He's reading the game properly or not? Because...
I think so. This is a tough decision to be made.
Oh, it's open!
39
It is
HP
open.
on this house.
Yeah, but not only that,
Could
it's
go
open
around.
here at the edge of the map. The scout's going to go around. He knows he's going to make a... Nah,
It's
it's
close.
not in time.
It's close.
It's not in time.
Market. Build.
It's not in time. He doesn't see it, and now he's going to take it. Then he need to go in. The army numbers is still huge for the Viper, and I don't know how, with 3 farmers that he got a few minutes ago, check the Viper resource.
The market. It's
Yeah,
only
wow,
market.
man, it's the 22 villages on goal. Incredible, man. Incredible. Do you think he has some influence for... How is the name of this player? I have...
Doubt it.
I was sure that I know him, you know?
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised
Seriously.
how deeply Viper committed here. He actually doesn't want to take a fight now. His dream scenario is getting home without losing any single archer. And it's really fortunate for the Viper that the skirms went the right way instead of going through the created gap between the 2 wood lines. Sebastian has to force an engagement now.
Yeah, and he's gonna make it. He's gonna take the scout. He has so many skirmishes. He's gonna put him away. The good thing for Sebastian is that he has a lot of farming. So no horse collar. That's kind of tricky. But if he take all this army, Viper.
What happened? Half the army stopped.
Ooh, stop it! And now the skirmish is gonna take absolutely everything. Look at Sebastian. Numbers is growing and growing and growing and growing. And where's the army from the Viper? Nearly. Where's the army from the Viper?
In the damn hell.
Exactly there. Well, oh man. Now he's gonna wall this one. He's gonna wall everything and check the resources for Sebastian. Sebastian do this a lot. He's usually not greedy with the army. You know, he go later than your opponent up, but not that late. And then he has now the map control.
Yeah.
Viper will want probably to go to cab archers. I see those upgrades and I smell the cab archers or not. No.
Second stable. Is that open?
No. Here?
I got nervous for a
Okay.
second there. If those scouts are getting in, the game is instantly over.
Yeah. Because it's so many scouts fully upgraded. Oh man. Well, 71 population Sebastian, 58 for the Viper. Now Viper will do both cab archers and knights or what? He knows that he needs to defend this position, but he's in castles now and he's gonna make crossbows. Well, no cab archers, no knights. We are very accurate with the predictions. All right.
Well, my prediction was that he arrives with the feudal age with 30 archers, so I was
That's
straight
true.
off as well. Oh, that's open. Ma'am, that's open. Villager goes through. No.
It's here, but he doesn't
But
see it.
he-
He
no.
doesn't see it.
Sebastian saw it.
Sebastian, yes, but he doesn't. What? What happened to that villager? It's open
But he
here.
didn't want to show. He didn't want
Yeah.
to show the hole. And now
The
he shows,
Viper's,
he
the
shows
Viper
it.
see it, but if he click it, it's there, it's there, it's there, it's open, the snake, it's open, and now he's gonna go in or not? Well, he's going in, this can be huge, 40 seconds to be in castle, the Crobos are with Botkin, and this is a massacre on Sebastian Woodland. I can't believe that Sebastian El Uruguayo didn't see that hole. Crazy.
Oh man, so many villager kills here, so many idols now as well. And he even opens up the left-hand side. Crossbows intercepted there, but the knights are happy to take the fight against the feudal army.
Yeah, he's gonna kill this game. He's gonna take the scout. This is huge for the Viper. The score is still close, but this is how crazy good advantage Sebastian got. He's still 1 village only behind 2 after all this madness.
Yeah, but he will lose more, won't he, ma'am? Even
Yeah.
with those towers, look at those villagers dying, those crossbows alive. He can sit under the tower as well, block the gold,
Yeah.
block the farms.
Yeah, he will do that. I think this is incredibly bad for Sebastian. Might cost him the game nearly, or he can't come back from this.
Switch into CA behind this. The Viper knows his steps, and it just feels like Sebastian, yeah, he can maybe clear this up, but Viper's economy should be so far ahead. And look at that Viper. He focuses down villagers, knows that damaging those knights won't do much for him.
Yeah, look at the village now. It just snowballed too much. I mean, the score is still almost the same. It's switching, but this gives the Viper a huge advantage, don't you think?
Viper cancelled the CA and went back into crossbows.
Again?
I-
He keep going
um,
with the crossbows.
Ooh, my questions have questions. Like, why? Isn't CA just always way better here? You have more HP,
Exactly.
it's more mobility, you already have the upgrades as well.
Yeah, he's well easy as the bloodlines. It's tricky. I don't know.
He was walled, he had the timing.
Yeah. Well, he's doing his skirmishes, Sebastian, so it should be fine. But man, look at the Echo KD. It's crazy. He took how many of those 15 villages killed? 12 maybe in that attack? 13?
Felt like it, yeah.
Probably all of them, right? I don't know.
Sebastian, he will get in there with the palisades there at the top and the crossbows at the bottom. Let's see if they are getting in. No, they won't, but that could still be 3 villager kills.
Yeah, with Balist, look how fast you make also the handguard. It's crazy. It's crazy. Another 3 villages down. He need to now make some damage. He's gonna break in. Okay. So he need to definitely do something here. The population lead is really, really important here for the Viper, and he will defend with this army, I guess.
3 knights.
Yeah,
3 knights are so good here.
Knights, you need to go there. The Krobos are also with ballistic, so might deal. Probably you can see those are Robin Hood. Those archers is gonna go back and taking few villages. Well, that's good. You know, he's taking some economy. Make that his opponent is not escape definitely with the village count. He's only 1 TC. I'm surprised the Viper don't have any extra Dawn
Look
Center.
at the knights at the right side. He's actually blocking the hole a bit to the left. It's
Where?
impossible to find for you, man. Now, here, look at those.
Okay,
No.
okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
Blocking the escape.
Yeah, so he can't go there. But well, he's killing some villager. Okay. Yeah, he took another. It was worth it, but he couldn't escape for what you mentioned. Those knights blocking the...
And now we're switching into CA try number 2.
He's gonna cancel again?
He's not chasing those skirms? And maybe he's scared of the 3 knights joining the party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clever play by Sebastian.
Second Dawn Center now for the Snake. I like that one. He's protecting the farms, protecting the goal. He's on the wood. Basically, with 1 TC, you guaranteed 3 resources. Very cool. And those archers, don't think he's gonna get inside. The game can destabilize now, but this is the scenario that Viper usually love it, Nelly.
Yeah, especially if he's ahead in villagers, right? We have seen it in his first set today, getting the economic lead and then trying to defend is beautiful. And, well, he doesn't even need to defend. He can even go a bit on the aggression, and that's time that Sebastian simply doesn't have.
Yeah, he's gonna clean up those archers. I'm gonna check how many archer rings he has. Okay, 3 didn't make more, and he's spamming now cab archers from all those. Those cab archers will be without any armor, and skirmishes will have +2/+2. So it's gonna be difficult to deal with those, and that's why he has probably a couple of knights. But the skirms are also with some knight by Sebastian. Magyar's knights, remember, +2 for free as well. Attack. This is Oh. He break this massive guy, and he break it here with those archers. That's so many archers, and
But
if he's not
lots of
doing
knights.
the university, so many knights too. No +2 armor though, but still, the problem here, Nelly, is that he just keep growing his economy advantage like this, and then it snowball. 4 Dawn Center is the perfect game for the Snake. He loved his echo. He went aggressive, and since he got that hole in the early game, the game is a snowball big time for the Snake.
Yeah, absolutely feels like it's score only 700 ahead now. He even jumps those skirmishes. Not a single armor upgrade for the Viper yet, so skirmishes will be reasonably good against those crossbows.
Yeah, well, I don't think he even need that now because he has the knight, so he's feeling like, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice this army, I'm gonna keep going now in the full transition cab archers, and with 4 Dawn Centers, 11 villages on stone, he might drop a castle soon and might be in a great position, the Snake, to take this game. Population 163. It's crazy how one hole, Nelly, can change here the game drastically.
It can be such an unforgiving game, right? The Viper even knows how far ahead he is. Did the stone upgrade as well, knowing, okay, I just need to defend, gets another raid in, and those will be more losses for Sebastian.
Yeah, it's taking a lot. There is a tower, but then if you put now the cab archers under the tower, it's gonna be huge. It's 1,000 score different, and the timing and momentum and everything is for the Viper here. Yeah, he has the skirmishes fully upgraded, but he's just killing everything. 28 villages down, and the massacre continuing.
Yeah, absolute madness here. More villagers dying. Sebastian's trying to out-micro the units here, but it will be really tricky. Even if he clears this up, he is 1 TC. He's kind of all in, and at the same time defending. That's not too pretty scenario for him.
Yeah, I'm just checking those cabarets going away, but he still have some at home going around. He knows, Sebastian, but when you are behind with this economy and you have to be defending all the time, how you gonna catch up? It's just kind of impossible, and he is coming again.
Yeah, and now tries to get ballistics as well. But look at this economy. 7 on stone for Sebastian in a spot where you really can't even build a proper castle. Defending with knights, not the dream scenario, and villagers just have to run over and over again.
It's really crazy because I think he has an amazing position, Nele. A very good one because he cleaned all the army while the Viper was going up. Cleaned it all, but he sent it just... It was what, 10 archers or something like this, not more, 8-10 archers,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then 0 at home. So And now with those nighttime skills, might clean maybe those scalp archers. Yes, but this is a problem. He's coming again, and not only what you kill, is the idle time that he produced. While the snake, only one driller idle. Basically, he's booming clean, super clean.
Yeah, that's his absolute dream game here. 45 farmers as well. Now this full setup is here. Viper's playing the dream game, and this is so beautiful to play. Like, you know how much there is on the line in this game. As we mentioned earlier, the winner of this is going into the semifinals, directly playing on Saturday in front of the crazy crowd, and then starting off with a very easy, smooth 1-0 that even prolongs longer than it needed to be, maybe. That's just so nice for the Viper.
Wow, GG, and the Viper did a very, very nice game. Obviously, how we can call that a mistake by Sebastian. I don't want to like, but that whole when both players are just playing similar strategy with different army, but both are wall completely. If you are getting a counter attack, it happens a lot, and it's a snowball game.
You have to check for holds. He saw the villager moving around there as well.
He sent that villager.
Yeah, maybe he was thinking, okay, it bugged out from another side. Didn't really understand that. It felt like this one hole decided the game, and Viper from there could just play his dream.
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate because honestly, the game could have been a close, long game.
Yeah.
It was going in that direction, you know.
Yeah, after the clear up, he had all the aggression there, but yeah, it's just like the level is so incredibly high that a mistake on this caliber of this size is enough to lose the game basically instantly.
And now the map that we're gonna have is one that is very aggressive. We have seen before, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Hollow Woodlands, and Sebastian and the Viper are going to be, well, we hope for a decided game, you know, here. But did map benefit the playstyle from who? For Sebastian?
Clearly Sebastian, what we said earlier on, right? Sebastian, and we saw it, right? He dominated Feudal Age, right? He had the nice early engagement there, forced the tower from the Viper, something that he never wanted to build, then had the nice clear up late Feudal Age. And Hollow Woodlands, we just saw it. The beautiful Inca versus Saracen game, Hera against Lyri. We can have crazy aggression there. Oh no, that was the other one.
Yeah.
But still, like crazy aggression. That was the Cuman Magia one, and it was a beautiful Feudal Age where we feel Sebastian should shine. And remember, he qualified via the ladder, grinding this map
a lot,
dominating the other top players in the world. He dominated them.
Yeah, it's true that was, you know, it was involved a little bit more about the mirror, so it's also a little bit different, you know. But he knows the map really, really well, and I think Christine is gonna tell us something.
Yeah, I'm also looking at the draft at the same time.
Yep.
We have Sebastian with Armenians, Persians, and Franks to choose. He goes for Franks, while the Viper goes for Khmer. And we just had Tedo playing Khmer on Hollow Woodlands, and it looked shaky.
With archers, he played.
Yeah. He opened Archer Spearmen. Also, apparently not too happy with the wood generation there, but certainly the GL camp saying Khmer, good on Hollow Woodlands.
Yeah, Khmer versus Franks. Personally, for you, would you prefer here?
Franks, I believe. It just feels smoother to play. Khmer, I think they will need to use their house bonus that the villagers can hide in them.
And the point here is that Khmer need really more time to make his bonus shine, right? And then you with Franks, you start with the scouts having more HP. You go for the berries as well. It's feel smoother, and well, Khmer need time. But guys, we're gonna jump into the game right now. Sebastian with Franks as a blue, the Viper as a yellow, and you can see what we were talking, how close they are. A stable opening and archery range opening.
Archery range and only one on gold. This is Spear Skirm against the Khmer player that is opening scouts. Okay. And Woodline is so exposed here. This will be a lot of pressure. And the big question, like Viper, do you want to rush the archer range, or do you have to build a tower there at the front, something that Viper typically hates?
Yeah, well, let's see, because we're gonna see first that he spotted already this table. Okay, he's gonna try. This is the good thing. I mean, you go with the range units. You are denying basically 2 lumber camps. I mean, not fully, because one scheme is not going to do a lot of damage yet, but if you mass them some army, you kind of going to force the Viper to make an archer race as soon as possible.
And Sebastian, now Spearman should be arriving any second. First one is there. Viper, what's your decision? Is it the archer range? Is it going to be the tower? That's massive pressure here by Sebastian already.
Yeah. Well, for now, he's doing farms. He has the surface also, so he's getting good economy. 0 villas on gold, the Viper, and keep archer range has to be.
Okay.
I mean, and he's doing already. Yeah, but he has a lot of army now, kind of Byzantine styles, and fletching already.
Okay, he has a house close by, 2 houses even, so can jump in and out. Now is fighting with those villagers, maybe some low HP ones. The scouts can't really contribute with the amount of spearmen around here.
Nice palisade here blocking this one, so now he can still take the wood. Not that village though. He didn't kill anything, but he's creating a lot of idle time. This
Fights
really
with the villager, and once it gets low, he tries to jump into the house. Nice.
Yeah, that's nice. It's the beauty of those Khmer houses. Now with the artillery, he's doing the counter attack, and here we are with the Viper coming with 4 scout, but he has 1 spear, didn't kill anything. How is the HP? Well, half HP for 2
Ooh, eats some hits. It's
That's
quite
not
some
good.
hits.
Ooh, and also there is terrible. What happened here? He lost a lot. Those scouts are basically gone because he's dealing with a lot of pressure here. This is crazy aggression by Sebastian, so makes that in front the Viper didn't multitask properly, nearly.
Yeah, and Frank's bonus barely there here. Villagers idle in the house and might need to pull them over. But now Sebastian slipping up a bit, takes quite some damage from the town center.
Yeah, but army number from the Viper?
Cuckoo.
It's a 0, man. 0. And Cuckoo too. But look at this. Spears, skirmishes, scout going around. Is stable now, and, well, 1 skirm. Can snowball the game and maybe the score is almost the same?
And now Viper doesn't know where to send his villager. He has 9 on gold, but he doesn't want to use it right now. He wants to go scout skirm. Like, that's his last straggler tree.
Yeah,
And then he's out of wood. How much wood does he have on this tree?
Yeah.
It's
It's
barely
all
anything.
7.
Yeah.
It's all 7, and the wood is 85 wood.
Do you want to build a skirm here? Because he kind of...
Look at his economy. 12 villas on berries. What economy has now the Viper? It's a mess here. And what is he doing? Wow, another stable. I think he's reading the game properly.
Yeah.
He's reading the
All
game
in.
so good. All in now. He's doing forging. You can see now with 2 scouts, 4 spears that will have the attack. It's going to be really aggression for Sebastian. He need to keep going. Don't let the Viper stabilize for sure.
Now runs
Now
to
build
the
it down.
front with his villagers, and that's quite some harassment.
And now what with those? That's the thing.
To the wood, probably, in the left. Fight a bit. Viper's trying to get to Archer Scout, the ideal army composition. If we get into super long feudal age, we will have more HP on the Bloodline Khmer Scouts than we have on the ones of Franks, but it just feels like Sebastian will be able to do damage before that.
Yeah, he has 23 on foot. 23 on foot.
Wow.
7. You might be Khmer, but 7. You know? I mean, 7. 27 now for Sebastian.
He expands
Frank
to the
is
berries.
crazy.
He expands
It's
to the
crazy.
berries. That's so good for him there. Because he has all the aggression, and that's fast food income. Oh,
With the hand
pretty.
as well. He takes out another unit. After all this aggression, you check the KD and you say, okay, 7-5. But resources collected, and this is where you start to
baby.
explain the damage that he's forcing to his opponent.
Yeah,
It's a lot. It's really a lot. Population is almost the same. Okay. But now Sebastian can keep coming with more, and this is so many scouts. Yeah, you put them and you save them, but they are not working.
Yeah, it's going for some spearmen. This will be a nice clear up. Viper only lost 2 villagers, but as you said, lots of idle villager time here. Now goes for bloodlines, but only 3 scouts on the field. I think we need a second stable from the Viper as well, but only 12 farmers.
Yeah, it's crazy. Will you go now some archers as well from Sebastian, or use scout skirmishes is the right approach?
I think skirms. I think you want to mix in some archers here. It's just better. They do more damage, but for now, scouts are the main units.
Yeah, this is good. This is looking good. Of course, now the Viper has 3 scout, but 3 scout with bloodlines, you know, and you can see this huge aggression. Look at the population. Now it's not even trying to go to these houses because Sebastian is forcing K number 3. Pretty much, Nelly. Pretty much. This is gonna be a quick game. He's just taking absolutely everything, and you can see how with those scouts and the skirmishes, he's cleaning the arches, and those scouts are bringing to us game number 3 in 9 minutes.
Crazy. And that's what we wanted to see, the clash of styles. Viper, as we saw earlier, trying to make the strategic moves, trying to outplay the opponent. Sebastian, just massive aggression into the face of the Viper. And we questioned, like, do we need a tower? Do we need the early archer range? Viper greeted it out. Placed 2 farms before the archer range and was late with his skirmisher production and couldn't handle the pressure. Sebastian really convincing here.
A question here, you know, 310 stone. Tower.
He
In the
didn't have
wood,
the
you got
yeah.
the 2 wood lines forward. You make a tower, you stop the pressure there.
Yeah.
Remember how many villages he moved all over. You make the tower, you're safe.
He only saw the first spearman and scout, right? He didn't anticipate the archer range. If Sebastian is opening with the stable, Viper's fine with some palisades that he did. Against the archer range, it's way more tricky.
Wow. Well, we're gonna go to the decider, man. We're having lucky with the games,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
We're having lucky with the game, but we can also expect this. Like the players are just giving everything. You know, are giving really everything, guys. Hopefully you enjoy. This is gonna be the last game of the day, and it's gonna be a map that is probably completely different of what Sebastian liked it.
Yeah, absolutely true. Golden Stream, the Viper's home map. We would call it one of the most strategic maps that we have. But Sebastian,
Did you say Golden Stream? Thank you.
Because of you,
Golden
it's a
is
Golden Stream.
Golden Stream. Game number 3, guys. Nearly joke? Okay, game 3.
Armenian's probably the best, one of the best civilizations here on this map. So good when it comes to water control. But Viper loves his hunts, loves his mobility, and he will just do everything to avoid a clean water fight.
So, since Sebastian loved the aggression, now he doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it. If we are going to an even im fight, Armenians should dominate this.
And look what he's doing. It's crazy
For
how
once.
the players, I mean, what Sebastian did in the previous game, and look now, like you have to adapt completely. They know the map, and he knows that you don't want to have any hole here, and if you go for the really late game,
Waltz with like 5 villages at the moment, right?
Yeah,
Spearmen
look,
around as
one.
well. It's
how many
really
he's
solid.
using?
Yeah,
This
one
is
at the
2,
front
he's going
is
back,
done.
3,
Now 2
4,
over here, 1 at the bottom.
5.
Yeah.
5 villages.
Spearmen around. Goes for a lot of archers at the same time. Viper opens stable, keeps only 1 villager on gold. Now the big question is Viper building a dock in the center. Wouldn't surprise me too much. Send some villagers out there to get... Oh, Viper doesn't know where Sebastian is.
No.
Going to his POV.
Let's check.
I think he's scouting too far to the north, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not
Sebastian, I think he will be fully walled.
By the time he's doing, he is fully. Well, he was using 5
There
villages.
could be a hole.
Yeah, I'm trying to check. Is there?
Solid. Oh yeah, he sends the villager. You
He's-
saw that.
Yeah.
He just checked.
You don't make the mistake twice in the same cities, you know. Also, as you can see, I will check
Nice.
fully on the other side, but it seems that there's definitely not a hole. Let's put all visible back again, and now seems the Viper see that everything is wall. It's probably doing exactly the same. It's gonna be in time, Nelly. It is in time.
Okay, we need
Very
1
good.
villager. No palisade needed there. Okay, solid job. We'll lose 1 unit, but Viper just needs 2 skirmishers there, and then he's defending everything, especially with fletching.
We didn't speak about the price of the event that is massive, but how much money is worth it this game already?
Yeah, crazy.
A lot.
Yeah.
Like really a lot. So the nerves has to be there. Like not only for obviously the competition to be in the semi-final, but this game is worth a lot of money, guys. It's gonna be in the semi-finals, the winner, and then you have to definitely cover this area. Don't get any mistake. This is open, and you're gonna start to create some damage. Obviously, there's not a lot of army, but if you get inside with archers and fletching and scouts, you're gonna have to go back all the time. Well, he's bringing scouts. He will be okay.
Yeah. Just clear up the scout, and then your 2 skirmishers should easily defend this. Both players know, okay, there won't be any damage done. This game will go to Castle Age. I think with the 1-1 KD.
Yeah. It's unlikely that they're gonna make some more damage. Maybe now with the spear he's gonna take it, but the snake is coming to palisade this one. But he's still fully open in the... Ooh, he doesn't see probably all those woodlands, right?
No,
Yeah, look what he's doing. He's trying to explore, and then it's gonna be this huge wall. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, look. Well, I mean, it still need to have a big wall, but what you can do, right? You just go like this.
Even sends a second villager there. Now the market behind
Third.
us. Castle Age timing will be way better for Sebastian. And Viper, he's in the first game saw Sebastian, certainly a guy that can go for a heavy feudal age army. So Viper doesn't want to take any chances, walls quickly.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of the game, right? Like, he's now doing a completely opposite approach. He's not really doing army at all. 3 archers, 2 spears, 1 scout, and he's up to Castle Age. But the snake is there. Obviously, he used the market, as you can see. 47, 48 population. Is stable as well. So he's gonna keep doing army. We might see some TC in the middle, or you think that is gonna be later in the game?
This feels like a 3TC play, maybe going for some light cap and warrior priest. Not
And play kind of arena style to get map control.
Yeah, I think it will be 3TCs into maybe then some play for the middle, going for some water. Yeah, I think this will be a pretty defensive play. Now the big question is, Viper, does he want to play 3TC? Some players would go for some siege aggression here. Not typically the Viper's play. He wants to go into the controlled imp.
Okay, as you can see, he's doing the bloodlines. No bloodlines here for Sebastian, because Sebastian, I don't know if this is unbalanced economy, but when you are going to reach Castle and you have that much wood and so little food, well,
he will drop
okay.
2 TCs and the church, fortified church, right? So
And-
all the wood will be spent within the next 10 seconds.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, you have this table, you won't have a lot of, but he has a lot of farming, so it should be fine. He's just using absolutely everything, as you mentioned. Second TC already. The charge that is going to be also expensive, 200 wood, so wow, it's pretty sick. Very nice. And here, Cap Archers. There you go.
Triple range.
Triple range. With those Cap Archers incoming, which is going to be very nice because you're going to be able to deal and deny the woodlines. Pretty much all the woodlines, honestly. You can see everything is forward.
That's why we want to have the fortified church over there. I'm a bit surprised that he still didn't build it. Could have been a bit more aggressive to protect the woodlands a bit better.
Yeah, like on this area, or maybe even here, so you protect both, and you can move the mule cart to this area, not Nelly. Yeah, and you protect with the charge. Anyway, extra town center, a lot of cavarches. Good thing, guys, remember cavarches are cheaper for the hands. So, I mean, if you are spamming them, you can still have a good boom behind this.
Viper will be behind in villagers here. Those Cav archers have to find damage.
Yeah.
Either they themselves killing some villagers, or with the support of some mangonels here. But right now, Sebastian, he doesn't hate this scenario.
Will you go then siege workshop forward if you were the Viper? Well, it's not his style, and he's doing the second TC extra, so...
I think forward siege workshop after the triple TC could make a lot of sense. Also gives you some control for the gold in the center. Sebastian certainly needs to go for one, otherwise he will just lose way too many villagers here.
So maybe the siege workshop even here, and then you go from the mangle, you make some damage. Force your opponent to probably make redemption. That is nice to have, but it's also expensive. Oh, this is open.
Or
Well,
just a mangonel defense.
TC.
Yeah.
You have to force that the Armenians is not going with a smooth boom. Because if you go with that smooth boom with this civilization in this map, oh boy.
Oh, Sebastian's actually going for a castle defense.
10 on a stone.
Composite bowman will be his play.
Yeah.
Really solid against CA, but not the greatest range, not great against mangonels.
Well, but you protect the map, you know, and well, they ignore the armor, but as you mentioned, Cav Archers, and if he's doing ballistic, oh boy. And now we have Wheelbarrow for the Viper as well. It's still 7 villages behind, but he's still spamming a lot of army. The castle is happening. What do you think about that castle?
He bought himself the 300 stone there as well.
Whoa.
I think he's valuing them a bit higher. Drop off! Oh,
He got it. Yeah, he's a warrior priest. Maybe if it was a monk, it would be down, probably. He's going around with 5 Cav Archers. Viper is just in the light camps.
How he's staying on stone with 13 villagers still. Really surprising to me. Like, does he want to get a second castle?
Is the gate is not happening. Maybe a second castle then in the middle.
But does he get the map control? I don't think so. He might just build it further to the left and play it super boomy. But he won't get a lot of gold. I'm surprised by the still heavy investment into stone.
Yeah, also that castle is, well, he's gonna do the composite bowman, but it doesn't really give a lot of protection. You know, I mean, okay for this woodland, but that's it. Oh, these cab archers are trapped. Okay. 5 cab archers trap is something, but he still have a lot more. Let's see if the snake is gonna make the situation we were talking. This is open here, but he has the Taunt Center and the caster is there, so it's very difficult now for the Viper to do big damage, to be honest.
Yeah, well, he can just accept that, maybe buy himself 100 stone again, and oh, that is the sneaky Siege Workshop here from the side. Instantly spotted. Sebastian with a defensive Siege Workshop himself. Doesn't know about the Siege Workshop yet, and has to expand to the gold at the side. Does Viper know about the gold there at the left?
He does. He has to explore everything. He can guess that he's there because there's 1 goal, 2nd goal. This is why maybe he's pushing this area. All the resources are here. So if you can deny this, it's gonna be absolutely solid. He see the composite moment. This Cabarch is still trapped. He's forcing to make a tower. Well, that's something. And he forced him to go back. There's no ballistic, so he might take some kills, but not the one that he wanted. Definitely not. You can see the accuracy is needed. Okay. And there's some monks here. What is this? The university, right? There you go. Well, Viper is playing in this one very, very aggressive, Nelly. And he has to, right?
Well, now it paid off, right? He got the villager killed, he forced some idle TC time of Sebastian. Look at that! The Viper, 3 TC boom, 21 seconds idle TC time.
Insane. Really, really good. And we can see how Sebastian now is moving, but no village on goal. Where's the goal? Here it is. Not a lot of goal. Cavarch is coming. He's creating a lot of chaos. He's creating a lot of chaos and a lot of idle time. 3 minutes 26 seconds. Look at the efficiency. Bottom right corner, guys. 55%, 70% for the snake. 2 mangoes. That TC might go down. I'm only missing from the Viper nearly mine some stone to get some map control. You have a lot of farming. Why not?
He's investing so much wood into all those mangonels now, but yeah, I feel like maybe buying 100 stone, building the 4th town center in the middle, there could be an option. Oh, villagers dying.
Yeah, it's 10 villages already. It's 10 villages already, and the snake is still going with those scalp archers. Now, oh my god, 3 villages with that mangonel right away. The KD is just so solid. Now, more resources collected by the Viper. It might lose that mangonel with the warrior. Oh, that was great. Well, 1 for 1, but gonna lose the other one. Well, population is big advantage now, nearly. Really big advantage for the Viper.
Solid defense, but Golden comes. Isn't that pretty? And that's composite bowman. They will do fine against those CA. Not sure why he's not going into the town center. Pulls away? Is he accepting the loss of this TC?
Well, it's done. That TC is done completely. He cannot do anything. He's going back now with a lot of farming. And honestly, the snake is playing really aggressive in this one. Really, really aggressive. He has army on the right. Not anymore.
Ground attack against the composite bowman.
Yeah, we were there, and now look at that mangonel. I thought he was going to raid more, but not. Okay, armor for Sebastian.
And the full control.
Yes.
That's the next step. That's the most important area in this game. In the next step.
But overchop. Honestly, this is looking awful now. We know that it's great in the late game, but I really believe that the Viper doesn't want the late game. Ooh, nice micro. The timing, the momentum, Nelly, is for the Viper. 0 village on goal, 900 foot, yes, but without goal, and he can't take goal anymore. This is the only goal he has, 300 goal, because the other 2 goals are controlled by the snake.
Absolutely incredible map awareness here. Mangonel goes down. Composite Bowman still doing a reasonable job. Now some repair on the Mangonel, but the Viper with a 40 population lead here. Just full control, raids the other side again, and has the full gold control. The only surprise to me is that Viper, with all those map control, gave up the relic control. He's at 0, while Sebastian, 1 out of his fortified church, and picked up 2.
Yeah, well, it's kind of weird because the Viper usually is very, very aware of this, you know? And he can see the relics, or he can see the relics. Yeah.
Just focus, different.
He can see the relics. Anyway, the population difference is big hand card already. 110 villages for 77 and 10 villages in the queue. If he sells some wood and I queue some villages, he can go up.
I'm surprised that he doesn't have a better foothold on the center.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice shot there for Sebastian.
A very good one. Now light caps as well. And do you think he's gonna make light caps now?
Looks like
Four stables! 4 stable for the Viper. If you guys were wondering, so much wood, it's exploding, it's not having a good macro. He's all prepared.
But if Viper wanted to play Castle Age all in, this one is really late. Like Sebastian will reach Imp.
Well, he feels that he has a huge economy lead. He's doing Thumbrin, even light cap. He's going all army, 50 farmers, 14 on goal. I think he's just preparing maybe even for Imperial, actually.
Yeah, I think it has to be Imperial. Otherwise, we would see the blacksmith upgrades as well.
Oh man, well, he's pushing back now the castle. But this is the thing, with those 2 castles, he's not really controlling anything. And the Viper is on the way to Imperial, still 0 on a stone, which is bad because now if you go trebuchets, you take everything, you know. But Sebastian, with a lot of food, he has no goal. 0 goal still. This is why I don't even like this castle. Isn't better to have the castle here if you cannot control this? I know that he wants to make here the docks.
That's the main.
Right?
That's
the
main
thing,
reason.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 Mangonels have to protect this area. And yeah, Sebastian, I think some stone walls at the left side could actually be really nice against the incoming raids.
Yeah, in this area, he will make the stone walls, going back to the battle, and now, let's see. This is quite a lot of composite. It's crazy, man, how he's getting these resources as well.
Well, just sold some food as well.
Yeah,
41 on food, not the worst economy for him either. Mangonel's getting quite some hits now. And now the big question, Viper, are you contesting water? Hunt's water, not crazy good.
Definitely not. And he's still without the stone. Is a note with only land army to finish this game? Population is really big difference, okay, but
he will get so many more villager kills as well, right? And that's the crazy thing here. If Sebastian had like left-hand side stonewalled and another castle here, the Viper would find way less damage, and then it's really tricky to make the land attack happen. But since Sebastian had to build the second castle next to the water to contest it, Viper will find damage.
yeah, and also, even if those composite women are good, look at that micro here. It's 2 mangoes as well, 3 mangoes, sorry, and it's too many units. Still, now he put a lot of on stone, Viper took also 1 relic, still with so many farmers, both players, but the map control looks solid right now for the Viper, Nili. Like really, really solid. It would be very surprising that now that he's gonna make all the Cav arches upgrades, you know, +3, it's kind of corner, Sebastian, right now.
37 villager kills already in this game. Absolute madness here. And Viper, he picked kind of a water map to not
Do
build a single ship.
Any water.
Yeah,
He's 200 population, minute 26, doing all the upgrades right now. It's still not the castle, not taking the relics. This one village, okay, this is very scary. And those lights are gonna kill those composite bowmen. Chain bar and armor, heavy plus, you can raid a lot that. Why he didn't wall? So easy to wall, as you were mentioning before. And now he's gonna be harassed completely the resources. And he's not mining any gold. Those are the gold miners, look. So, 2 galleys.
Yeah, well, he's trying to contest the water. That's the tricky thing for Sebastian. Like, he feels like, okay, he has to defend, he has to expand, he has to contest the water as well. But he's so limited on resources, especially Golden Cup.
Yeah, because if we check now the mini-map, guys, we see that this castle is on that hill, but the Viper is still coming with a lot of army, 200 population. We still don't see the castle, but 60 farmers right there. 60 farmers, and we see 1 dock.
Okay,
One
it's a
dock.
start.
Yeah. 1 dock, okay. Such a weird game for what is the standard of this map.
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad game, definitely not. It's really aggressive by the Viper, but we don't see this kind of approach, right?
But we also said, if it's just a straight up water play, Hans would really struggle. So Viper is playing his civilization to perfection.
Yeah, you can see how he's sending even more Cav arches. He has 0 villains on goal. He also lost 0 villains, the Viper, because I don't remember a single time that Sebastian raided the Viper.
1 villager we just saw.
Okay.
And now more light cav are coming in. This is just beautiful aggression by the Viper, and he's so hungry to get his spot in the semi-final. Their composite bone still trying to defend, but on water we now have 12 war galleys. But what can they really achieve?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he's doing though. I mean, he's doing all the upgrades. He's doing
All
all the
the
upgrades.
upgrades, yeah.
You know, he's doing literally all the upgrades. He has 13 galleys. The Viper might do something on water, or you think he's gonna keep going like over 3,000 wood? Where the castle? Look at the castle. He's very aggressive, but he has to be careful.
Choice contest.
No, he doesn't have to be careful anymore because the Viper didn't give a chance, and we have both Hera and the Viper in the semifinals, obviously in different brackets.
Is that the case? I don't even know. Like, might be random.
They can face?
We will
Okay, I
share
don't
more
know.
info.
Yeah, good point.
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
either.
We will take a look at that on tomorrow evening in the analysis.
Well, and this game surprisingly was dominated from the start till the end. Not because he cannot do it, because how the map it was, and then, as you mentioned, with the hands, the Viper took the game completely. Look at the army numbers and the economy didn't give a chance.
Yeah. Maybe Sebastian a bit late there with the Siege Workshop, I feel.
Yeah.
And then the left-hand side control, we felt maybe some walls could have helped a bit more. It's just
Well,
like
why no monks? He usually committed is not greedy. Try to go a redemption with the monks. Maybe do more army as well.
But
He
monks
didn't.
against CA
To convert the
doesn't really
mangonels.
work.
I mean, yeah, but you do mangonels and monks.
But
as
what
well.
what is it's tricky to protect.
What I mean is that he has to invest. He has to invest more because
yeah.
the castle at the end, it didn't protect anything.
Yeah,
he made the
that's
composite
true.
bowman, but
That's-
if he made the castle on the left, maybe he could have a chance. You know, he could have a chance.
If you want to, okay, we can ask the Viper about stuff then as well.
We have a beautiful surprise because the snake is here.
Okay. And yeah, we obviously can ask him now. The Viper in the semifinals here. I won't ask how it feels, so I will go directly into the games. What did you think about the draft here, opening with Sandrift, a map that we didn't see a lot going into this tournament?
Yeah, no, we did some training obviously at the boot camp and prepared there, so I felt like it was a map I was fine with. But obviously I know Sebastian very aggressive. He shines on maps like that with aggression, so I had to be careful. I made a mistake. We snuck through my house, which made the game a lot more chaotic than it had to be. But I was counter-attacking at the same time, and I mean obviously you cannot decide the first map, right? So you gotta deal with what comes to you.
Sandrift, we've often seen Khmer being played, right? You can't farm around your starting town center. You had it in the draft, but still decided on a different map. Was like Vietnamese your go-to for Sandrift?
I wasn't 100% sure how I wanted to play it, but I felt like I wanted to play Vietnamese there, so that's kind of why I didn't play Khmer. Khmer are super good there as well, don't get me wrong, but I had an approach I wanted to go for, and I felt like that approach was better with Vietnamese.
Then going into Hollow Woodlands, Tado playing Khmer against Sebastian on Hollow Woodlands, losing. You also picking Khmer. Did you have any team talk in between those two sets?
Not really, but like Khmer are good on any map, so felt good with them. I was very indecisive that game though, because I wasn't sure if he would play Franks or maybe Persians, and then I saw Franks, and I was like, I think I spent like 15 seconds deciding whether I want to go for a stable or a range. So I was a bit hesitant there, and yeah, that game was a disaster. I lost all my scouts to his spears for nothing essentially, and he got pressure on my forward wood lines. And I think I put a tower on my wood line, and I can pay more attention to my scouts. So probably that's the way to go. But I was thinking like, come on, I can just hide in houses, right? But I mean, my villagers are idle. He can still apply pressure, so maybe a tower there, and then try to use the mobility of the scouts would have been a better approach than what I went for.
And then we went into the decider, your home map. It felt like a matchup, Armenians so strong on water, Huns so mobile on land. Your approach was to completely ignore water, put on the pressure. How could he have weathered the storm better?
How? I don't know, Neil. You tell me. You saw the whole game, right? So no, I don't know. I was like not sure how he wanted to approach it, right? He drafted Armenians. I was thinking he would go for that on that map, which obviously implies that he wants to go for a water approach. So I was like, okay, I'm Huns. The map is very big. You have a lot of room for using mobility. So I was like, this is comfortable for cav archers. But yeah, like I said, I was uncertain on how he wanted to play it. Whether he would go like galleys, maybe in feudal age even, right, to control the map. So yeah, I kind of had to adapt a bit there. Even there, it became a little bit chaotic because I took so long to find him. I was not sure where he was on the map. And then I went like all over the place. And his scout came from like the top side. So I was like, wait, is he on the left? And then it just became messy. So I saw his range very late. Then he hit cast stage faster, right? And I'm like, what is he doing, right? Is it Knights? Is it Water? Is it Boom? And yeah, it was Boom, which I think it maybe is a bit dicey against Huns with Cav Archers because you just get so much control.
Yeah, he did Bloodlines and tagged into Light Cav.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he wanted to contest Relics. Maybe he thought you were booming more, but he just lost all his army, so he couldn't really see that you went triple range.
No, like when I saw the Light Cav upgrade, I was like, yes, that's good. So it worked out for me. And I mean, I got really good pressure. I felt like his reactions was a bit slow. I got too many kills, like that I feel like I normally shouldn't get. I was happy about that, but I think he can do better. So, but yeah, that pressure with Franks was super good. In the end, though, like don't forget, Huns also have Dromons. So it's like it's not hopeless on Water. As long as you have the initiative and the advantage.
And you have Galleons with Bracer, right?
Yeah.
So you can contest in some form. Yeah.
You're just missing shipwright essentially.
Yeah.
I think.
Like,
right.
With Huns.
Missing shipwright.
And also fast fires. I believe.
I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why would I make fires anyway?
And
do you have heavy demos?
We could look at the tech tree.
Okay,
I think no, but
okay.
Memp and I had no idea where Sebastian could have placed his first castle. Was there a good spot for him?
To be honest, I was surprised there was a castle to begin with. That early. I feel like he would have been better off trying to buy time maybe with skirms, and then like if he wants to play the unique unit, then play that later. Like it's not like his unique unit is any particularly good against Cav Archers or any other units at that stage. So I was a bit surprised about that. Also, like not mobile or anything. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he was adapting. Maybe it has worked for him in the past. I don't really know where else to place the caster for him. Like I mean, he had gold in his base. I'm not sure if he needed to defend it. I don't know if he saw my mango pressure coming in as well before. Obviously, the castle was up
No,
before,
he started really late. He built a siege workshop, and then both of the gold. Did you intentionally move from that side because of the two gold spots?
I saw his TC there, and I saw there was like hills on both sides, so I could pressure both the TC and his like the fortified church as well. So I could pressure, but I was a bit sad when I saw his siege workshop on the hill. I wanted to push from that hill. No, but his castle, like again, I just don't think the castle was necessary to begin with. The unit is just not very good in that situation, I think.
You're going directly into the semifinals on Saturday in front of the crazy crowd that we are expecting there. How are your next 36 hours leading up to it looking? Like how much will you prepare?
Tonight some beers. No, actually I'm a bit sad. Like I will miss out on a day playing on stage in front of the fans. I would like that. It's fun to play on stage. But you know, it's always nice to be in the semifinals. So
I think so as well.
I can't complain. No, it will be a little bit chill tonight, and then tomorrow I'll see if Tato wants some help, if Hera needs some help, but then Hera is also in the semifinals, so we're both in the same boat, so that's a good start for GL there. So yeah, tomorrow mostly focusing on Tato probably to help him if he needs, and of course I'll try to sneak in some training sets for myself as well, if I feel like there's anything I need to focus on, so yeah. And of course, relax, eat some food, drink some Red Bull, and take it from there.
Your check.
Thanks.
Okay, then thank you so much for the entertaining set and best of luck in your semifinal on Saturday. We will switch you out again and have a wonderful evening. And yeah, Viper already said it. We will have the crazy crowd on Saturday with us. The castle is absolutely beautiful, and we will show you every single inch. We will show you every single camera angle that we're preparing. It's going to be a great show on the weekend.
It's going to be great. It's definitely going to be great. The Viper, congratulations, and everyone. Tomorrow, you're gonna be here. You're gonna be here on Twitch, Red Bull. Thank you for hosting this. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. And
4 best of 5s tomorrow.
4 best of 5.
The 2 elimination matches.
Yeah.
And
the
two losers matches.
Let's
How
say
are we calling that?
The two down to the hell matches.
Well, you know the 4 players
true,
that did not win today will face each other tomorrow, and then we have the elimination match in the evening.
Yeah, and those elimination matches, well, every game tomorrow, today were important, but tomorrow all are crucial.
Yeah,
you know,
all games are
cannot lose anymore. That's the thing. All the games tomorrow, they cannot lose anymore. Yeah. So guys, we're gonna tune in tomorrow. It's gonna be at 16 our time. You know, so 14 GMT, and we're gonna be here live for sure, and you don't wanna miss it. Tomorrow, with everything, and we love this game.
Red Bull, Wololo.
You say.
El Reinado.
You see? They don't need me, not even need for that. Bye bye, guys.
See you tomorrow.
Reinado. My goodness. Bye bye.